At debate number 3 for the GOP presidential candidates last night in Miami, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie said Donald Trump cannot be both a presidential candidate and a criminal defendant.
And I'll say this about Donald Trump. Anybody who's going to be spending the next year and a half of their life focusing on keeping themselves out of jail and courtrooms cannot lead this party or this country, and it needs to be said plainly.
Nikki Haley said at the debate airing on NBC that she spoke with Israel's prime minister about the war with Hamas.
The first thing I said to him when it happened was I said, finish them. Finish them.
And Haley said that she is the best one to lead the country forward in a new generation. And she says that former President Trump was good during his time, but is no longer the best candidate. The real question coming out of that debate, though, did any candidate do enough to convince the voters that they should catch former President Trump?
Former President Trump remains far ahead in the polls, leading his Republican rivals by double digits. The previous 2 debates, which Trump skipped, didn't alter the candidate's standing much. And now we'll see if anyone makes a move following the debate here in Miami as either a serious challenger to Trump or a clear alternative.
This White House correspondent Greg Cluxton. As fighting continues between Israeli soldiers and Hamas terrorists in Gaza City, thousands have arrived in the south of Gaza after an exhausting journey.
This journey is really miserable. There is no access for cars or any sort of transportation, so the people have to walk. I saw a father who's carrying his son over his shoulder in the heat of the sun. It's unusual weather here in Gaza in November, and it's really about 30 degrees. But yes, people under the sun were walking, carrying their kids, some of their belongings if they can.
That is BBC's Rushdie Abalouf. More from townhall.com.
Harry, God has chosen you to have a son.
The greatest story ever told is now an epic Christmas musical for the whole family.
I won the mother found.
You are in danger, Mary.
Starring Fiona Paloma, Milo Manheim, Lecrae, Joel Smallbone, and Academy Award nominee Antonio Banderas.
This child, what is his name?
Jesus.
Journey to Bethlehem. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. In theaters everywhere this Friday. Soundtrack also available. Get tickets now at JourneyToBethlehem.com.
Hi, Rhett Rasmussen of BestHotGrill.com. Step up your grilling game with our Solaire portable infrared grills. Our compact everywhere is a favorite of RVers and trailer pullers. Solaire infrared provides the quick sear for bar marks and texture needed to properly finish sous vide. Use a portable alongside your larger conventional grill to create an instant sear zone and more juicy and flavorful food. Learn more at BestHotGrill.com. Affordable, powerful, portable infrared grills at BestHotGrill.com.
Cruise autonomous vehicles are getting a software update after one of them dragged a pedestrian.
It happened last month in San Francisco. In the crash, another vehicle with a human being behind the wheel hit a pedestrian, sending the person into the path of a Cruise autonomous vehicle. The Cruise vehicle stopped at first, but still hit the person. It then moved to the right to get out of traffic, pulling the person about 20 feet forward. The pedestrian was pinned under one of the Cruise vehicle's tires and was critically injured.
As correspondent Rita Foley. Slightly fewer Americans applied for jobless claims last week, further indicating the labor market remains strong in an era of high interest rates. The Labor Department reported that applications for unemployment benefits fell by 3,000 to 217,000 for the week ending November 4th. Jobless claim applications are seen as representative of the number of layoffs in a given week. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. 50 years after the giant pandas first arrived in Washington, D.C., the Smithsonian National Zoo now has none in its enclosures after they were returned to China. China's minister from the U.S. Embassy of the People's Republic of China, Xu Zheyan, says that the last of the pandas are headed home.
Today, agreed by both sides, it is time for Meixiang Tiantian to bring Xiaoqiji back home. The 3 family members are all in good health and ready for the flight. As a diplomat in Washington, I say to them goodbye and bon voyage. As a Chinese government official, I say to them welcome back.
On Wall Street, before the open, the Dow futures up 106 points. NASDAQ futures up by 15. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What? in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Thursday, everybody.
It's drafty in here.
Yeah, it was 80.
No, I like it.
So I opened the window because it was...
It's quite nice.
Yeah. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy busy day today.
Yeah. It's kind of the weird calm before the storm because this weekend is just going to be all the things.
Yeah, we got the trifecta of football this weekend beginning tomorrow night. Heritage dinner for the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico is this evening. So, if you bought your tickets, you got dinner coming in. Make sure you, if you have delivery, you got a delivery done and be expecting it to show up at your house, around 6:30 or so, between 5:30 and 6:30. And if you have to come get it between 5:30 and 6:30, come on through the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico on Lee, pick up your tickets, and then you'll meander your way over to Peppers, and pick up your delicious dinners, and then head on home or wherever you like to go to consume your meal.
Yeah. Find a spot.
Yeah, all honoring Mary Lou Glass and her work. We kept this one a little simple because Mary Lou doesn't like pageantry and all that. So we're like, dinner and donate your books. If you got children's books, bring those to the events tonight. As you go through the drive-thru, we're collecting those. If you have spare change, spare change, just spare job. But anyway.
My change.
If you do have spare change, we are collecting that as well. So that'll all be tonight at the Historical Society. So if you got your tickets and everything, you're a little late in the game. You can't get tickets now.
Yeah.
Officially, Peppers is cut off the accepting of that at this point.
And no, there won't be any extras. So don't try to hang out at Peppers after the fact and be like, so you guys got anything? No, it doesn't work like that.
Although they are serving dinner tonight. So if you want to go and have dinner, they're also, running their restaurant while they're helping us out this evening too. So feel free to enjoy a delicious meal there while you're there if you did not get one of our delicious meals. But that's tonight. Of course, Goddard's Veterans Day Assembly is this afternoon at Goddard High beginning at 1 o'clock, right? Is it 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock is the assembly. 1:30 is the presentation in the big gym. So it starts in the little theater of Goddard.
That's like the social gathering part, and then the big thing at 1:30.
I'm assuming there'll probably be light refreshments and just kind of rub elbows. Thank you for your service.
You'll see our big radio out there playing music. Just kind of meander towards that, and it'll tell you where to go. So.
And then at 1:30, the big gym opens up, and everybody will file in and begin the presentation. Yeah. Got a few videos to show and some other stuff.
In fact, if you have no idea what we're talking about, Sean interviewed Mr. Hayden Hill the other day. I'm going to play that for you here in just this hour. So. It's a short interview, so, you'll be in and out pretty quick. But we'll play that for you this hour to remind everybody. And then, tomorrow it kicks off with full-on football. Friday night at the Wool Bowl, the Roswell Coyotes will take on the Mayfield Trojans, 1 seed versus 9 seed. And that game you can hear right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. You can watch it at the Wool Bowl, be there, which is the best way to do it. But if you're out of town or can't make it to the game, we also have live streaming video, ksvptv.com in the mornings, in the Roswell Coyote channel. You can go to the mornings of Mike Winter's channel, but you'll just see me. Right. It's on the page too. And then on Saturday, we got two big games. Bulldog fans, Artesia will be playing at the Bulldog Bowl, 1 o'clock on Saturday. And then the Goddard Rockets will be taking on Deming.
Yep.
Here, 1 o'clock at the at the Wool Bowl, beginning at 1. Pregame will start around 12:40 or so.
Yep.
We will have that game for you on our sister station, 106.1 FM Fiero. You also can watch it at the Wool Bowl again, in which I recommend you do.
Yes.
But if you can't, you're out of town or can't, working for the man, whatever you got to do, then you can catch it at ksvptv.com in the Goddard Rocket channel there.
Yep.
So should be an exciting weekend of football, and hopefully we have 3 more teams still going after this weekend's over.
I have high hopes for this weekend. I feel pretty confident.
I as we do expect Southeast Mexico to represent strong in the football playoffs this year. So we're the 1, 2, and 4 seeds respectively.
Yep.
So
there's a reason they call us extreme West Texas.
Yeah. So I'm saying there's a chance. So but it should be a fun weekend of football. Get on out there and get involved. And of course, Veterans Day is Saturday as well. So I know the Elks Lodge are doing free veterans breakfasts beginning at 7 a.m. I think 7 to 10, if that off the top of my head. Don't forget the Veterans Parade and ceremony will be at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning in the Chavez County Courthouse lawn. It'll kick off there with the ceremony and laying of the wreaths and guest speakers, things like that. And then we'll kick off with the parade kicking off right there, and it's going to head north towards the Wool Bowl.
Yeah.
It's a mecca this weekend. And so we'll go to the Wool Bowl parking lot, so we can, we'll call it post-Veterans Day celebration. We'll have some food booths and some swag and information stuff for folks to come by and check out. And then stick around and just tailgate for the Goddard football game right afterwards, because we'll be there till about noon, and then they'll be tailgating and getting ready for kickoff.
An all-day party
right after that. So it's a busy weekend here. So lots for you to get involved.
Heck yeah.
In factly, we're going to have the folks from the American Legion join us next hour to kind of tell you all about the Veterans Assembly Parade and all that.
Nice.
Stuff. So that's kind of on tap too. And then I think we'll have, I believe it's going to be Louise Montague join us with the Fine Arts Studio. They've got I believe we're going to be talking about a artist reception that's coming up later this month. So
cool.
I believe that's what we're talking about. She talked to me over the phone, and I kind of slept since then, and so I can't remember all the details.
Some things slip away.
Yeah, I'm like, what's today? Thursday? I don't know. But that's kind of what we have going on for today's show.
Cool. Well, I don't know if it was a citywide thing yesterday, but got to go enjoy Thanksgiving lunch with my daughter at Del Norte. My son's
was the whole RISD
Parkview. It was the whole of the school. I wasn't sure if it was today because I know they all do
Kim's was also yesterday at Berendo Elementary. I think it was all the elementary schools.
So then I have to assume that the menu is universal as well.
Probably
pretty much across all of, because I cross-referenced notes with my kid's mom who went with Hunter to his school lunch, and I'm pretty sure everything was the same.
Probably.
So let's review. First of all, it was delicious. I love Thanksgiving dinner. It's nice to have the first taste of Thanksgiving. I don't know when it happened, but for some reason they've combined the turkey and the stuffing into one amalgamation of like a casserole almost.
Okay.
It's not bad. They just mix the turkey.
It's just all together, so it's like a tuffing.
Yeah,
or a sturkey.
A turfing. It's real turfing. And then a nice scoop of mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Got a I don't know if it was a slice of pumpkin pie, but it was like kind of square of pumpkin pie with whipped cream on top.
It was like a pumpkin cobbler.
Yeah, kind of. and then a wheat roll.
Nice.
My main complaint, and I don't know if this is because of allergies or if we're trying to save money or what it is. Where was the cranberry sauce? Why was there no cranberry sauce anywhere to be found? That seems like one of the easiest ingredients, too. You get the cans of cranberry sauce. You don't even need to get a knife. You can use the lid from the can to cut slices of the cranberry sauce.
I'm going to guess. I'm going to take a guess. They used to do that, and they end up throwing away 100 pounds of cranberry sauce because it always come back on the tray. So they just said, you know what? We're going to stop giving that out. I'm going to guess it's something along those lines.
Probably, yeah. Well, this fat kid was like, where's my cranberry sauce?
Well, and that's one of those things where you're unique. There's a small sect of people that love the cranberry situation.
Yep.
I'm going to say most people don't.
There's a lot of people out there who enjoy cranberry sauce, but only the like fancy like whole cranberry.
Yeah, not the can of the gelatinous funnel or whatever.
And to
that
those
is.
people, I say, what's wrong with you? The jellied cranberry sauce is the greatest invention of Thanksgiving history.
Yeah, I've always been leery of Jell-O things for some reason.
Really?
I'm not an appetizing thing for me.
I don't know. That's like the one, and it's also the one sweet thing that you can justify eating with the actual meal. Because it's always funny to me. It's like you have your main Thanksgiving meal.
Unless you do sweet potatoes right with the marshmallows and everything on top.
But you got your main meal, and none of those are considered. Those are sides: the cranberry sauce, the sweet potatoes, and then you've got dessert. It seems a bit decadent.
Yeah.
So
that's Thanksgiving.
You had dessert with your meal.
Well, that's Thanksgiving, and the whole thing is to eat, and then pass out, and then eat again.
Right.
That's the whole point. So. By the way, if we're just salivating your mouth right now with hankerings for Thanksgiving, you're like, Thanksgiving, I gotta wait.
Thankerings.
Well, one next week, the Chaves County Federated Republican Women are having their monthly meeting, and it's honoring veterans. It's next Wednesday. Veterans get in free. Call them up and get them. Just tell them your name or rank, and you'll get a free. And they're doing. The meal for their meeting is Thanksgiving dinner. It's going to be turkey and the dressing and the trimmings and all that stuff. So reach out to Janine Bester, the Chaves County Federated Republican Women. If you're a veteran, you just give them your name and rank, and it's free. And but if everyone else, you can go and pay. I can't remember. It's like $10 or $12. It's not that much.
I'm going to find out.
$15 maybe. $16, $15.
Something like that. Yeah.
And get Thanksgiving meal. I will be one of the speakers. I'll be short and sweet. General Grizzle's one of the speakers. He's the real speaker.
The speech is going to be very long, but Mike himself, very short and sweet.
Yeah. I'm like cranberry sauce. But General Grizzle will be the real speaker, and I just come in to fill in for time, I guess. And, I'll be like, I'm eating. Keep going. But that's next week. So if you want to, have some, have a good meal and then listen to some pretty important stuff, then I invite you to that. So if you need your turkey fix, there's a way to get it. And if you're a veteran, it's free turkey.
I need to find out if there's anybody in town that has already got a full list that's doing the deep fried turkeys this year. I think that Rib Crib is doing the smoked turkey this year. I have to find out.
I wonder if some of the barbecue places are
probably
doing it. I would imagine.
But I feel like that would be a better way to turkey.
We're gonna turkey our own. We'll roast our own. That's what we usually do.
Do you go traditional, just bird up, or because a couple of years ago there was a real big thing with spatchcocking.
That's it.
Yeah, spatchcocking.
Butterflying it basically.
Butterfly it. You cut down the spinal column to kind of lay it out. And it's supposed to cook faster, more full.
No, we do the traditional way. We don't stuff the bird. My mom used to. That was how my mom. That's the only way I knew it till I got married and met my wife's family, and they were like, no, we don't put it in the bird. We cornbread dressing.
That's a great way to get some salmonella.
Well, no, if you know how to cook.
If you do it right, yes.
Yeah, if you know how to cook, it's fine.
But here's the problem, and this is something I actually picked up from a program I watched recently.
Yeah.
The problem is the bird itself cooks at different. It takes different lengths of time to cook. Like the breast doesn't cook, or it cooks faster than the dark meat. It takes the dark meat a lot longer to cook. So what you end up having is an incredibly dry breast. And when your dark meat gets to that point of succulency, so to speak. So what they suggested was actually cut the turkey up, piece it up, and then just put it in pans.
I'm sure it's probably delicious and all that. I've known the tradition, and that's why I'm like, But I do want to I want to learn to deep fry, and so But my wife is like, really? Like, come on, let me. I want to do it once.
It just seems like it'd be fun.
I'll pay attention to those firefighter videos they show every year. I won't put a frozen turkey in there. I won't do all the dumb things they tell you not to. I won't do it in the house.
Whereas those can go down and do it right underneath all those pine trees in the park,
I'll do it outdoors.
Yeah.
Do it in our neighbor's house. But one year I'm going to try it. So.
Well, let me know what year that is.
Yes.
So I can plan ahead and order you a backup turkey. And Possibly a night in a hotel.
Yeah. I have had a turducken.
Have you?
My brother ordered a turducken for Christmas about half a dozen years ago, and it's all right. It's all right. I'm glad it wasn't the main thing. Like, he just ordered on the side just to, like, we had a normal dinner, but then there was this turducken sitting over here if you wanted to.
I feel like I have to
take
now.
a dip. And so me and my brother took a dip, and I don't think anybody else did. Because me and my brother are only people like that. The rest of them are like, are you crazy? I'm eating all this delicious stuff. Why are you trying this weird stuff over here?
Because for the story.
Right.
Exactly.
So
I understand.
They don't get it.
But it's fast coming. Thanksgiving season is almost upon us.
A couple weeks away.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
Smell it in the air. Just all I'm saying, RSD, next year, give kids the option for cranberry sauce.
Just throw some cranberries on the side, maybe. Maybe some of the teachers will eat it, or the parents. So, like I said, I'll do the quick rundown. Illinois, I kind of already did. We're going to play our interview with Hayden Hill here in just a bit, talking about Veterans Day at Goddard High, which is this afternoon. The folks from American Legion Post 61 will join us, talk about the Veterans Day Parade here on Saturday. And then we'll have the folks of the Fine Arts League, I believe it will be Luis Montague joining us, talking about, I think, an artist showcase they're going to be having later this month. Before you do any of that, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got a pretty good chance of showers today and much cooler temperatures as a low-pressure system and cold front move into our area. Upper 40s to low 50s on the afternoon high. A little bit of light rain or drizzle overnight and down to about 40 on the low, and then scattered showers early on Friday. Cloudy through the afternoon and we'll stay right around 50. Veterans Day, we're back to sunshine and 60. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 52 degrees and a little overcast here in Roswell. Humidity is at 49%. Really? I figured it'd be higher than that. What do you say? Winds currently out of the north at 12 miles per hour. We do have a 40% chance of some rain today. Skies will be cloudy. Mid-50s, 54 for a high today. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. I'm excited about this. This is a good day for me. I'm like, yeah, I like this. It's going to be a good day. Some people don't like this. As me, this is a happy day. I love weather like this. 20% chance of rain for tonight. They're talking like overnight. Cloudy with an overnight low of 42. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For you Friday, 60% chance of rain, likely mainly before 11. Cloudy with a high of only 46 tomorrow. Northeast winds 5 at around 5 miles per hour. They're saying new rain, less than a tenth of an inch possible unless we get a storm. But so a good chance, but not a whole lot, sounds like, on Friday. Friday night, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 41. South winds at 5 miles per hour. For your Veterans Day on Saturday, 60 and sunny with south winds 5 to 10. Will be chilly early, so wear your coats and things as you head out to the ceremony at 9 a.m. on Saturday. And then Sunday, sunny and 65. There is a 20% chance of rain on Monday with partly cloudy and 63. And looks like we'll be mid-60s Tuesday, upper 60s pushing 70 by midweek next week. All right, it is 7:23. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Then we're going to play our interview with Hayden Hill talking about the Goddard Rocket Veterans Day Assembly that is today at Goddard High School. So we'll play that for you up next. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Fall time is almost here, and the holidays will be here before you know it. The Calico Cow invites you to move on into the cow and check out the new holiday fabrics arriving daily and take advantage of a huge sale on Brothers sewing machines now through the end of the year. Get free lessons, maintenance, and a first-year cleaning included. Fall into savings at the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop now at their new location, 200 East College in Roswell. Want to know how? Come see the cow.
Hey neighbors, there's a new source for all your appliance needs in the area. We're Roswell Appliance Outlet. We sell new minor scratch and dent appliances, and we'll help you save 40 to 60% off of MSRP. All come with warranty and personalized service. We also offer parts and service for your existing household appliances. We offer financing and delivery options as well. Don't make that big box store mistake. Come see us at Roswell Appliance Outlet today at 600 South Main in Roswell, or call 575-363-9236.
In October 2023, Kelvin Kipton set a world record at the Chicago Marathon for the fastest time at 2 hours, 35 seconds. He trained his whole life to accomplish this goal. When he started the race, he was ready because he had disciplined his body to be at his best. 1 Corinthians 9:24-27 says, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it." Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. So I do not run aimlessly. I do not box as one beating the air, but I discipline my body and keep it under control. How is your race of life going? How are you handling the challenges that life brings you? If you are struggling, maybe you haven't prepared well for the race. We at Country Club Road would love to support you and train with you as we run the race of life together. Studying God's Word, praying together, fellowshipping with other runners in the race of life are all great ways to train. Let's train together.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Check out the pre-Thanksgiving savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Assorted boxes of Food Club cake mixes are 79 cents each, and select varieties of Betty Crocker Brownie Mix are 5 for $5. In produce, 2-pound bags of juicy mandarins are $2.79 each, and extra-large green seedless grapes are $1.99 a pound. In the meat department, Cook's Shake portion bone-in hams are $1.67 a pound, and all sizes of grade A honeysuckle white turkeys are $1.59 a pound. These are just some of the pre-Thanksgiving savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Rosa, have you decided where you're going to college yet?
There's so many choices. I'm still not sure.
Well, I've decided to attend the University of New Mexico. It's the only Research One university in the state. It's the flagship, and their academic programs are among the best in the nation.
The University of New Mexico? Can I still apply?
Of course. UNM is New Mexico's best university, and residents of New Mexico get preference in admission. Apply now, and we'll attend UNM together.
The University of New Mexico, New Mexico's University of Opportunity. Apply today at unm.edu.
From morning runs to playing with grandkids, taking part in activities brings great joy to our lives, but it can also come with injuries. And for those in physically demanding jobs, the daily grind can wear on muscles, bones, and joints and lead to acute and long-term disorders. If you're suffering from an orthopedic injury, let our Artesia General Hospital specialists help. The sooner you address the root cause, the sooner you'll be back to living life in motion. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/orthopedics.
Veterans Day is Saturday, November 11th, and the community is invited to Roswell's Veterans Day ceremony and parade, beginning at 9 a.m. on the Chavez County Courthouse lawn. After the ceremony, the parade will head north up Main Street and end at the Wool parking lot, where you're invited to join us for food, information, and fun. Financial sponsorship is still needed for this year's event. Sponsorships of $500 or more will include your business and all of the marketing. Please visit roswelllegion.org to be a sponsor, and you can also visit our American Legion table at the event. Thank you for supporting our veterans.
Let's face it, guys, we're living in times where the truth is becoming more suppressed and censorship is increasing at an alarming rate, especially on social media platforms. It's Clyde, and I want to tell you about a safe and secure digital playground we put together just for you. It's aftermath.media. You get access to thousands of Ground Zero archives and podcasts, along with our private social media groups with your basic membership starting at only $7 a month. Each subscription includes tech support, access to the RSS feeds, along with our own chat room and Telegram channel. In addition, the premium membership includes research study groups, webinars, a document and movie library, a live video stream of Ground Zero, a monthly Zoom chat with me, and other bonus content. Be sure to check out our yearly specials as well. Sign up today while you're thinking about it. Sign up at aftermath.media. Again, that's aftermath.media.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
And welcome back to the morning show. Joining us in studio this morning from Goddard High is Mr. Hayden Hill. How are you doing this morning, Mr. Hill?
Doing good. Excited and
just things are going good at Goddard.
It has been it's been quite an interesting couple of weeks. I mean, the playoffs now, the quarterfinals are underway. Goddard, the Rockets are going to be going up against Deming this Saturday, 1 p.m. So I'm sure the air is exciting over at Goddard. There's just a lot of excitement in the air.
Yeah, real excited. We got that Friday, and then our volleyball team, kind of for the district championship almost. We play Artesia at home tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you guys are just going on all cylinders. But we're actually switching gears because it's busy. It's a busy weekend for another reason, and that's because of the veterans event that we have going on at Goddard. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, well, it's going to be November 9th, this Thursday. The veterans will start getting there about 1:45, 1 o'clock. We're going to have a get-together in the little theater, and then the assembly is going to start about 1:30. And it's something that we've been preparing basically a year for.
Yeah. As soon as the event's over for this year, basically you just start the planning for the next year's celebration.
But believe it or not, that night we get together and talk about what we could do better and what we could do different.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, the post-mortem as they call it in our business.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that's going to be happening Thursday, right? November 9th?
This coming Thursday.
Absolutely, and that's at the little theater inside of Goddard High.
And then from there, we will be going into the big gym.
Mm-hmm.
Be about 1,000 kids, several hundred people from the community, and it's a little different from most veterans assemblies. We don't have a lot of speeches. It's all pomp and ceremony and pride, and we have a screen that comes down from the ceiling with motivational videos. It's just a way to say thank you. We try and do two things. We want to say thank you to the veterans and maybe be able to tell their story. But we also want to show the kids today that they believe in America, they like our veterans, they stand for the pledge, and to show their side too.
It's one of those things that generationally it tends to slip, and I think a lot of it slipped with my generation, the millennials, and even further with Gen Zers, and now they have I think it's Generation Alpha is what they're calling. And it's so important that we keep that spotlight and let people know that our veterans, the folks that are the only reason we have the freedoms that we have, the only reason that we can assemble, the only reason that we can gather like this is because of the freedoms that were won for us by our veterans.
Exactly, and like you said, the youth today, it's something we can't forget.
Right. I'm of the generation that lived, and I know everybody says I lived through 9/11. I lived through 9/12.
Right.
I watched as an entire town gathered at the Wool Bowl and and waved flags and said and supported our troops, and I've heard a lot of people say that I want to get back to a mindset of how we were in those. I want to get back to a mindset of how we were on 9/12, where it's like it's us and them, and we it's our freedoms that we need to focus on.
You're entirely correct. We slip to where we don't even stand up for the pledge or flag, and it's sad, but it almost takes a tragedy to get to that point. And that's what's good about this assembly. I think it's going to remind people of what's good about America and the sacrifice people have made for our country.
Absolutely. So you mentioned there's not a lot of speeches; it's just a lot of celebration, a lot of, and then there'll be a video presentation in the middle of it.
We have several of them at various. So we kind of mix in video presentations with music presentations. We take every war and have the veteran that was in that war stand up. We do the Armed Forces medley. We have a really kind of really exciting thing that's going to happen this year. We have a World War II veteran. We haven't had one for quite a while.
That's amazing.
And we have one that if things go good, it looks like he's going to be there, and we're pumped about that.
That's awesome. So obviously open to the public, especially open to veterans. If you've served, come let us thank you, let us celebrate you. It's all for you. And it's absolutely free. It's just another way that we can say thank you. And you guys have been doing this for quite some time now.
It's been 15 years.
15.
And it's not just for the veterans. Any loved ones or family that they have, we'd like them to go in with them. A lot of our kids are going to go in with them. And the public can go into Goddard and immediately right to the big gym. We're going to have out front honor guard and fire trucks and kids lining up, cheering for it. It's going to be quite a presentation.
Excellent, excellent. Now, obviously, you're not necessarily looking for anybody to reach out if they were a veteran, which if they were a veteran, they want to be honored maybe a special way, or if they have a loved one that they wanted to honor in a specific way. Could somebody contact you and maybe reach out and maybe talk to you about that?
Yeah, and that'd be for like next year or whatever. Like I had somebody say, what about putting something in an assembly for people that have lost loved ones in a battle? So we've added that this year. So we're constantly adding. We had a person one time, we went through the wars, and a guy came up and said, well, what about the Cold War? It may not be official war, but it was. Sure. So we added that. So we're constantly trying to listen to people's needs.
Absolutely, and that's something that's important. And as you have grown as a as the celebration has grown, it's great to know that you listen back. It's not just something that you're setting up and this is how it is. Right. But having that open mind is kind of it's a nice thing to have. Absolutely.
Yeah, we've tried to do this. It's funny how things have changed. The first year we did it, we put paper on the wall with a little projector, and the next day we went there and all the paper had fallen down, and it's the technology is really become a big part of this.
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, that's going to be this Thursday, and that's going to be at the Goddard High Little Theater. The reception begins at 1 o'clock. The reception begins at 1 o'clock. The assembly begins at 1:30. So doors open a little bit before 1 o'clock for folks to kind of file in and find seats. Yeah. Obviously open to the public.
Yes.
Open and veterans, anybody who's loved ones who's lost a loved one, maybe through war or through just the life after the fact. Please come out and let us celebrate you and let us thank you.
Well, we thank you very much. One of the toughest things we faced is getting the word out. A lot of people go, God, we'd love to go, but we didn't know about it. And your radio station plays a huge part in that.
Well, we're happy to help any way we can. This is definitely one that's important. Mike's obviously a veteran himself and very involved with the with the groups here in Roswell. So it's just great to see that that folks can come together and just take some opportunities to celebrate veterans. And we're doing it a little early. We're doing it on a Thursday, and that gives you plenty of opportunities to, as I mentioned to Mike earlier on Monday morning, start at one end of town on Veterans Day and just do the Veterans Crawl. Just walk through or drive through and see what kind of free stuff you can get. Stop off and grab a free steak at Texas Roadhouse. Grab a free buffet at Golden Corral. That's what it's all about. We're celebrating veterans.
We do it Thursday because the Institute in Roswell and the game's on Friday, so we try and do it a little earlier. But I want to put a plug for the parade.
Yes.
I went last year, and, I see people flood the place for the 4th of July and all that. And I see no reason why we can't get our kids and everybody there and just cover those streets because without, like you said, without them, we would not be the United States.
You're absolutely right. And that's actually kind of a cool thing this year because the Veterans Parade, which is going to be going north up North Main to the Wool Bowl, they're going to have that wrap-up celebration at the Wool Bowl, which will almost directly coincide with the tailgating for the Goddard game. And that's just, you love to see it. That's really cool to see that, this year we're kind of forcing the hand of the young people. It's like, you're going to be there because you're going to be there watching the game. You might as well come over and celebrate with the veterans too.
Exactly. Actually, we got to pull together. Our nation, if we don't stay together with the older generations and the new generation, then we will fall someday. So we got to stay together.
Absolutely. Well, Mr. Hayden Hill, thank you so much for your time. Again, that's this Thursday at the Goddard High Little Theater. Doors open at a little bit before 1 o'clock. We'll have the reception at 1 o'clock, and at 1:30, the assembly will begin. And just a great time to celebrate veterans and the families of those veterans. Mr. Hill, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. And the actual assembly after the little theater is they're going to go into the big gym.
They're going into the big gym at 1:30.
Yes.
Okay. So the reception though begins at 1. That's basically in the
little theater.
The little theater, and then they move to the big gym for the assembly.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
All right.
Now we know the roadmap to success. Well, Mr. Hill, thank you so much for your time. Anytime you guys got anything going on, come on back to us. And,
thank you. You were awesome.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thanks so much. Back at you with more after this on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Now for your Pecos Valley News Update, I'm Jared Sorello. Residents around West Texas and southeast New Mexico were abruptly woken up Wednesday morning by an earthquake. The shaker registered 5.3 magnitude, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. That would make it one of the strongest earthquakes in the region in more than a century. The shaking began at about 3:30 in the morning, Wednesday, Mountain Standard Time, in an area about halfway between Midland and El Paso, or about 58 miles south-southeast of Carlsbad, New Mexico. There have been no reports of damage or injuries, thankfully. In Artesia, a man is jailed for trying to steal copper wire. Police reports show officers were sent to Dean's Incorporated last Tuesday morning at about 2:30 in the morning. That's at 409 Commerce Road. When the officers got there, they found 34-year-old Carlos Hilario Renteria of Artesia still inside the fenced area of the business, with rolls of copper wiring dangling from around his neck. Renteria then tried to flee by jumping over the fence, but he was captured after a brief foot chase and a struggle. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
What should you do if your electric vehicle catches fire? I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by T-Mobile. Their advanced network now goes farther than ever before. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 today. Car fires happen more frequently with gas-powered vehicles than electric vehicles. Of course, there are far more gas-powered cars, and when one catches fire, there's usually an obvious reason, say an accident. But with an EV, a spontaneous fire, usually originating with a lithium-ion battery, can happen with or without an accident, while the car is moving or parked, or while it's charging. EVs burn differently than gas-powered cars. Temperatures reach almost 1,500 degrees. So how do you put one out? You don't. The Wall Street Journal reports firefighters say, let it burn. Seriously, water will not extinguish a battery fire. Yet one more reason to never charge these things in your carport or your garage. Join over 500,000 people who get tech smart with my free newsletter over at getkim.com. Dell's Black Friday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13 engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top brand accessories. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals, Dell.com/deals. Ghosting, defined as a friend not responding to a text, or worse, a lover. Or you just read someone's social media post, but you never hit follow. Don't be a ghoster. Wherever you hang out on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, go to my profile and follow me. My posts are the best. You're going to sound smarter. You're going to know the moment a data breach happens. So where you're laying in bed tonight scrolling through your social media, you'll find me everywhere at Kim Commando. Remember, it's not Kim Kardashian. It's me, the other, smaller Kim. That's Kim Commando.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got a pretty good chance of showers today and much cooler temperatures as a low-pressure system and cold front move into our area. Upper 40s to low 50s on the afternoon high. A little bit of light rain or drizzle overnight and down to about 40 on the low, and then scattered showers early on Friday. Cloudy through the afternoon and we'll stay right around 50. Veterans Day, we're back to sunshine and 60. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Cross-country state championships are happening this weekend, Saturday, at Albuquerque Academy. It starts with the boys 3A race at 9 a.m. and it finishes with the 4A girls race starting at 3:15. The full team from NMMI qualified in Class 3A for boys, as did the full team from Hagerman in Class 2A. You've got Goddard with 2 qualifiers in 4A on the boys' side, and Roswell High with 3 qualifiers in 5A, and Gateway Christian 5 individual qualifiers in Class 2A. On the girls' side, it is just taking a look at it. We've got 5 individual qualifiers from Hagerman in 2A, 2 from Roswell High, and 2 from Goddard High School. Hey, don't forget, you've got the close of the volleyball season tonight for the Goddard Rockets. They'll be at home against Portales. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander.
The interest rate on the most common type of U.S. residential mortgage plunged last week by the most in nearly 16 months on the back of a rally in the Treasury market that drove down the benchmark yields used to set home loan costs. Oil prices slid nearly 3% on Wednesday to their lowest in more than 3 months on concerns over waning demand in the U.S. and China. Citigroup Incorporated has agreed to pay $25.9 million to settle U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau charges it intentionally discriminated against credit card applicants who the bank identified as Armenian Americans based on their last names. Metal workers at Brazilian plants of General Motors have decided to suspend a 17-day strike. Workers at the plants had voted to approve the deal after GM agreed to cancel the 1,245 layoffs it had made at the factories. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
It's time once again to celebrate the magic of the holiday season at the 42nd Annual Holiday Magic Arts and Crafts Show, Friday and Saturday, November 17th and 18th at the Roswell Convention Center, featuring a variety of unique handmade creations by artists, artisans, and crafters from New Mexico, Texas, and Arizona. There's fine art, jewelry, woodwork, women's and children's apparel, leatherwork, Christmas decor, sweet green chili, and much more. This year's featured artists, Judy and Bruce Buckman from Las Cruces, displaying their embroidered sweatshirts, purses, aprons, and Christmas decorations. Enjoy pumpkin rolls and cookies by Deborah Lucas, delightful mini donuts by Karen Hendrick, coffee and soda by Sodalicious Beverage Buggy, to delicious meals prepared by Eli's Bistro, Bubba's Pit Stop, and the Fry Bread Lady. Proceeds benefit the Assurance Home, the First Tee of Southeastern New Mexico, Christian Outreach Ministries, and Roswell's local high schools. Admission is $3. Children under 12 are free. Celebrate the 42nd Annual Holiday Magic Arts and Crafts Show, November 17th and 18th at the Roswell Convention Center. Fall time is almost here, and the holidays will be here before you know it. The Calico Cow invites you to move on into the cow and check out the new holiday fabrics arriving daily, and take advantage of a huge sale on Brothers sewing machines now through the end of the year. Get free lessons, maintenance, and a first-year cleaning included. Fall into savings at the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop, now at their new location, 200 East College in Roswell. Want to know how? Come see the cow.
Rosa, have you decided where you're going to college yet?
There's so many choices. I'm still not sure.
Well, I've decided to attend the University of New Mexico. It's the only Research One university in the state. It's the flagship, and their academic programs are among the best in the nation.
The University of New Mexico? Can I still apply?
Of course. UNM is New Mexico's best university, and residents of New Mexico get preference in admission. Apply now and we'll attend UNM together.
The University of New Mexico, New Mexico's University of Opportunity. Apply today at unm.edu.
A good night's sleep is so important, and issues like sleep apnea make falling asleep and staying asleep nearly impossible, but we can help. I'm Dr. Sarah Usher at Carabelli Dental. With the help of a simple oral appliance, your sleepless nights could be a thing of the past. But don't take my word for it, just ask Lainey.
My name is Lainey Smith. I wasn't surprised when I found out I had sleep apnea, simply because I had a horrible sleep pattern. I attempted to use the machine and it drove me nuts, and I could not sleep with it. And then that's when Dr. Agger told me about the oral appliance. I would suspect I've been using it for 2 years now. In all of that time, I've had less than 10 poor nights of sleep. It's a complete game changer. I feel a lot better because I sleep.
This simple appliance can change your life. Call us today to set up your appointment so you can finally get the good night's sleep you need.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell, or call 575-622-4455.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on, with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
In October 2023, Kelvin Kipton set a world record at the Chicago Marathon for the fastest time at 2 hours, 35 seconds. He trained his whole life to accomplish this goal. When he started the race, he was ready because he had disciplined his body to be at his best. 1 Corinthians 9:24-27 says, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it." Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. So I do not run aimlessly. I do not box as one beating the air, but I discipline my body and keep it under control. How is your race of life going? How are you handling the challenges that life brings you? If you are struggling, maybe you haven't prepared well for the race. We at Country Club Road would love to support you and train with you as we run the race of life together. Studying God's Word, praying together, fellowshipping with other runners in the race of life are all great ways to train. Let's train together.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Coming to the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center Saturday, November 18th.
It's been a hard day's night.
Yesterday, a tribute to the Beatles.
Oh, I believe in yesterday.
The tribute band endorsed by Sir Paul McCartney returns to the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center in Artesia for one night only, Saturday, November 18th. Get tickets and more info at artesiaartscouncil.com. Yesterday, a tribute to the Beatles, Saturday, November 18th at the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center in Artesia. Ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Are you ready to make a real difference in your community? Introducing the New Mexico Army National Guard. Serve your community with pride and become a part-time hero. Join our dedicated team and enjoy the adventure of a lifetime. Get full-time benefits without sacrificing your current career or education. When disaster strikes and your community needs assistance, you'll be there to lend a helping hand. So don't miss out on the opportunity to receive education, adventure, and financial stability, all while serving your country. Get started by calling 1-800-GO-GUARD.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:52. Got a few minutes here before news at the top of the hour. So I was one of those people that watched the entire 3-hour event that was that debate last night. It was actually 2 hours of debate and then an hour of spin. And I sat through all of it. I'm not sure why. I guess I felt obligated, like, you know, I'm a radio guy, should watch these things. But I did. I watched the whole 3 hours, and it was interesting. There was some, you know, did I learn anything? I don't know. I don't know if I did or not. It's just a chance to see, you know, who's. They were down to the 5 candidates. You know, they kind of weeded out. Some have dropped out of the race and things like that. So it was down to the 5, which was Chris Christie, Senator Tim Scott, and of course Nikki Haley, and DeSantis and Ramaswamy. They were the 5 candidates that were part of that debate last night. And I don't know if I gained any ground. I would say I think Nikki Haley came strong. DeSantis, I think, came strong. I thought I think they didn't hurt themselves. If anything, they helped themselves. I think Ramaswamy, he placated to the people that really like him, but I don't think he made any ground yesterday. He just I get they're trying to be edgy and trying to get their shots in and everything else, but Ramaswamy's shots just didn't come off good. They came off kind of sexist, kind of, you know, like he wasn't making fun of, like there was a time where Nikki Haley he was talking about banning TikTok or something, and basically saying that, you know, well, you're talking about banning TikTok, but your daughter's in the crowd, you know, using it right now or something to that effect. And, you know, she kind of like, don't get my daughter into this. You know, you can see her. That's when she kind of got got raised up a little bit. Like, you throw down.
He got to her. He got under her skin.
He hit a place you don't mess with, and it's bad because to me, because it's a little sexist. Like if one of the dudes, and they were saying they should ban TikTok, not one of them were going, well, your kid's on there. It kind of looks like, why is the female the only one you talk about their kids about?
Right.
Don't talk about the others' kids. They're parents too. So that to me, that comes off bad. You're like, yeah, you look bad when you say those kind of things. I get what you're trying to do.
It's amazing. I've never seen so many people scramble for second place.
Yeah.
I've never seen this many people work so hard and beat each other up so much for pretty much no chance in hell.
Well,
I mean, let's face it.
Well, guys like Chris Christie and Tim Scott, they to me sounded like your atypical politician last night. They say the things that you think they want, but they don't really. You know what I mean? They're
doesn't feel as genuine.
So polished politicians that they sounded political. Where that's where I think Ramaswamy gets a little, because he's a businessman. He's not a politician. But that grossly shows when it comes to things like foreign policy. Like, he's got all kinds of ideas when it comes in, but when he talks foreign policy, he talks like a businessman, not a politician. And I'm not saying that's always a bad thing, but sometimes when it comes to world relations and things, you need a little bit of that political in you to kind of smooth over people's different and sometimes when you go, hardcore business, that doesn't work that way. And so, to me, that inexperience showed with Ramaswamy where the others did. And that's where I think Nikki Haley and even DeSantis they're a little bit, well-versed in foreign policy and how to handle that stuff. And I think they did a better job of handling those questions than Ramaswamy. Ramaswamy's all about, because he's behind, they're all behind the polls. Like you said, they're all playing for second place. But Tim Scott and Christie, they may not even be in the next debate. They may not make the cutoff. Ramaswamy will probably eke in that last spot there, and it'll be down to a 3-horse race. That's my prediction. But Ramaswamy's in a distant third of the other two, in my opinion. To be honest, I think Nikki Haley made the most ground up of the two last night.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what gaps are poll. I don't read any of that garbage, so I don't know who's who. But in my opinion,
but she had the best showing.
I would say her and DeSantis sounded the most like adults in the room for the most part, if that makes sense. They did take a few little shots, but they were, and mostly with Nikki, it was defending herself. He made a shot about her heels or something. He's like, they're 5-inch, not 3-inch, and I wear them for ammunition, or she said some line or something. I don't know. But so that kind of nitnoid garbage is just like, we are talking about very important things, and you all sound like you're arguing in the school, like a playground at school or something.
Yeah, and this is the reason that Donnie Boy won't give you guys the time of day.
But that being said, last night's was much more substance than, because there was other ones, they'd have like 7-10 people on the stage, and no one could get a question in. You start to answer, and then 20 would jump in, and 12 people talk over. At least with this one, people got to talk.
Yeah,
like you got to hear people talk, and most people mostly were respectful. There's only one or two where the moderator said, "Hey, shut up now." But for the most part, like when the time was up, most of them stopped mid-sentence or kind of at least finished that one sentence and didn't keep trying to go on for the other 2 minutes. Ramaswamy, I think, tried once or twice, and I think Christie or one of those tried once or twice too. But it was pretty much reeled in.
That's one of my favorite things about watching these is the general rule of thumb is if the bell goes off when you're saying one sentence, you can finish that sentence.
Right.
But I have watched that period get taken and just thrown as far as they can throw it. I've seen people extend that sentence.
Oh yeah.
As far as they can extend it.
Mike Pence was he wasn't in this debate because he dropped out of the race, obviously. But in the last one, he was notorious for that. They'd be like, "Ding," and he just, as American. I'm like, dude, you're still going.
In fairness, Mike Pence is busy. He has to lead a young boy and his Arab friend on a series of adventures.
Johnny Quest.
Saying he looks like Grace Banner, yeah.
Anyway,
he's got to go grab Johnny and Haji and go on an adventure.
Sorry, kids have no idea what he's talking about.
No.
Go look up Johnny Quest on your Google machine.
Honestly, who he kind of looks like more than that? You know that show, The Venture Brothers?
Yes.
He was on Adult Swim.
Mhm.
He looks like one of the Venture Brothers.
Right. Well, that was kind of a spoof of those kind of shows, so it makes exact sense.
Like they nailed it.
Yeah, but the spin stuff was just like, okay, that I don't is unnecessary, and not because I want to hear the candidates, because that part's fine. It's these clown shoe pundits that they put on there to talk, and they dust them out of all the works, and they're all of them have opinions. Just like, shut up! I heard everything. You don't need to be here. Go back in the room and in color or something, because we don't need you here. But anyway, other than that, it was all right.
Nice.
It's 8 o'clock. Town Hall News is up next. We'll be back on the other side of news. That is a promise, not a threat.
Just gonna say that's a threat.
We'll be back. Don't go away. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away.
Breaking news this hour at townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Things got a little heated in Miami last night as 5 GOP hopefuls took the stage to make their case to voters during the third Republican presidential debate. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley called Vivek Ramaswamy scum after he made a comment about her daughter using TikTok.
She made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my daughter out of your voice.
Adult daughter. The next generation of Americans are using it. And that's actually the point. You have her supporters propping her up. That's fine. Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy answer.
Former President Trump opted to sit out the debate once again, but he still played a major role in the discussion.
With Trump absent from the debate stage again, the two candidates fighting for a distant second place in the GOP field, Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, both took notice.
He owes it to you to be on this stage and explain why he should get another chance.
I think he was the right president at the right time. I don't think he's the right president now.
Trump held a competing rally here in South Florida during the debate. Greg Clugston, Miami.
There's an escalating series of strikes between the U.S. and Iran's proxies.
The Pentagon says that the United States has launched an airstrike on a facility in eastern Syria linked to Iranian-backed militias in retaliation for what has been a growing number of attacks on bases housing U.S. troops in the region for the past several weeks. The strike by 2 U.S. F-15 fighter jets was on a weapons storage facility linked to Iran's Revolutionary Guard. This is the second time in less than 2 weeks that the U.S. has bombed facilities used by the militant groups.
That is Lisa Dwyer reporting on Wall Street right now. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down into negative territory, off by about 20 points. More from townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Now, Israel says troops are in the heart of Gaza City as its military steps up its ground offensive. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby says about 400 Americans have made it out of Gaza.
The fact that we know we got 400 or so out so far, that leaves a population of about 500 to 600 left.
A new version of the popular diabetes treatment, Mounjaro, can now be sold as a weight loss drug. Here's correspondent Ed Donahue.
The Food and Drug Administration approved Zepbound from Eli Lilly. Tests show it helps dieters lose as much as 60 pounds. This is for people considered obese, having a body mass index of 30 or higher, or overweight people with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes. The FDA advises taking Zepbound along with a reduced calorie diet and regular exercise.
That is correspondent Ed Donahue reporting. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. 50 years after giant pandas arrived in Washington, D.C., the Smithsonian National Zoo has none left in its enclosure. Smithsonian National Zoo Director Brandy Smith.
Everyone keeps asking me how I feel, and this is a hard morning. It's been a hard week, and it's been a hard morning. But ultimately, our focus today is on the safe transport of these animals to China.
Researchers say global warming could force cheetahs to change the way they hunt. New study finds endangered cheetahs are more likely to hunt at dawn and dusk on hot days, something that increases their odds of conflict with other nocturnal predators who are bigger than they are. The researchers placed GPS tracking collars on 54 large carnivores in Botswana, including cheetahs, lions, and leopards. And they did that to track their hours of activity over 8 years and noted that when the temperatures are high, they tend to change their hunting hours. More of these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2
The Deuce
of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thursday.
Yes.
Happy pre-Veterans Day. I was like, how many pre's do I need? Just 2. 2 pre. Pre-Veterans Day to you. Don't forget, Goddard High's having their big Veterans Day assembly today. You just heard our interview with Hayden Hill that Sean had the other day. 1 o'clock. Get out to the little theater for some pre-gaming, and then they meander on over to the big gym for the big ceremony at 1:30 today.
Not a guy named Big Jim. You want to go to the Big Jim.
Yes, not Big Jim. Yeah, go see Big Jim.
The guy I need to see about the Veterans Party?
Password is New England clam chowder. Yeah, no. Just go to the big gymnasium. That's where you go and enjoy the ceremony.
That would be an unfortunate last name, Nasium. Hi, my name is Jim. Gymnasium.
Gymnasium. I feel like Nasium is like a company that is an allergy relief company from the makers of Nasium.
All we need is a honeybee voiced by Antonio Banderas, and it could be a success.
Exactly. Nasium. Anyway, the veterans thing has nothing to do with sinuses.
No, we digress.
Or a large man named Jim. And then, of course, don't forget, which we have Don Well joining us here in just a few. This Saturday is the Veterans Day ceremony and parade. Will kick off at 9 a.m. 0900 for you veterans out there on the Chavez County Courthouse lawn. This year, we're, each year we kind of theme these for different campaigns or theaters. Last year was the Cold War stuff. This year, Gulf War. That's honoring, and our guest speaker will be Gulf War, is a Gulf War veteran. And so we'll talk a little bit about that with Don here in just a little bit and tell you where you need to be and who you need to be with and all that here on Saturday. And then, of course, later on this hour, we get you up to date with news, local variety, and all that good stuff. And then don't forget football. We got action-packed football beginning tomorrow night. Roswell Coyotes will be in action at the Wool Bowl. This is they're taking on the Mayfield, the 9 seed. Roswell's your 1 seed. Mayfield, the 9 seed. We'll have that game for you right here on the radio, 106.5, beginning about 6:40 or so. live streaming video, ksvptv.com. Don't forget that if you can be at the Wool Bowl, be at the Wool Bowl. Go there and fill it up and get a sea of red out there to support the Coyotes on. But if you can't, you got to work or you just can't make it, ksvptv.com, the Roswell Coyote channel. Got it. Rockets are in action 1 o'clock Saturday, right after our Veterans. Matter of fact, we'll call the Veterans Parade because we're going to meet at the Wool Bowl afterwards. We'll call that the pre-tailgating for the Goddard game. That'll be happening.
Tailgate.
That's right, at 1 o'clock as your Goddard Rockets take on Deming. That's a 4 and 5 seed for that one. And that game, again, 106.1 FM, Fierro, our sister station. You can listen to that. Or you can go to ksvptv.com and the Goddard Rocket channel. Or the best thing you couldn't do is go to the Wool Bowl Saturday, see a blue, and root on the Goddard Rockets as they hope to advance to the semifinals. And then, of course, Artesia also play on Saturday. For you Bulldog fans, they'll be at the Bulldog Bowl, 1 o'clock. That game can be heard on our sister station, 990 AM KSVP in Artesia. Most of you probably won't pick that up here in Roswell, so your best bet would be to log on to ksvptv.com, click on the Artesia Bulldog channel, and you can watch the video there. Or meander on down to Artesia and fill up the Bulldog Bowl and root on the Bulldogs there. But put it this way, methinks the championship will be coming through southeast New Mexico, considering 3 of the top 4 teams are our teams. So
we'll more than likely be getting at least a finger on Big Blue.
Yeah, I got a feel it. So busy weekend for veterans and sports and everything else going on here. So make sure that you get out there and support and go and have some fun and all that good stuff too.
Yes, sir.
You know, while we got Don here, I'll get a recap on his Alzheimer's walk. That was this past weekend they had on the courthouse lawn. So I'll pick his brain for some info on that one too here in just a bit. It is 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather. It looks like it might rain. They say it might rain. Your guess is as good as mine if it'll actually rain. But they say there's a chance. But here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got a pretty good chance of showers today and much cooler temperatures as a low-pressure system and cold front move into our area. Upper 40s to low 50s on the afternoon high. A little bit of light rain or drizzle overnight and down to about 40 on the low, and then scattered showers early on Friday. Cloudy through the afternoon and we'll stay right around 50. Veterans Day, we're back to sunshine and 60. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 52 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity right up at 50%. Winds, I feel like it should be higher than 50 the way we're out there, but that's what they're saying, 50% humidity. Hence the reason it's probably not raining right now. Winds out of the north at 10 miles per hour. We do have a 40% chance of rain today. Skies will be cloudy. 54 our high, so we're only about 2 degrees away from our high for today. Winds will be out of the northeast, 10 to 15 miles per hour. 20% chance of rain tonight, but they're talking like after 3 in the morning, so overnight. Skies will be cloudy with an overnight low of 42. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. About that time you woke up for that earthquake the other day. About the times when the rain is expected to happen. Around that same time. Expect around the same time that earthquake hit the other day. For you Friday, we're looking at a good shot at rain, but maybe not a whole lot of it. So there is a 60% chance of rain likely Friday morning, mainly before noon for those rain chances. Skies will be cloudy. High of only 45 on Friday, so it's not going to warm up. Winds out of the northeast at around 5 miles per hour, which is thankful. At least it's not cold and windy. And they say the chance of rain 60%, but they're expecting less than 1/10 of an inch. So good shot of rain, just not a whole lot of it, sounds like. And for your Veterans Day Saturday, beautiful day, actually. Sunny skies, a high near 60, probably a little chilly when you head out to the courthouse lawn at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. So light coat, sweater, but you'll probably be shedding it by noon. And then for Sunday, sunny and 65. We do have a slight chance of rain Monday morning, but a high of 63, and then we'll be floating in the mid to upper 60s for at least the first half of next week. All right, it is 13 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to take a quick 3-minute break, and then Don Weld will join us here, talking, of course, American Legion and the Veterans Parade, and, of course, we'll get a recap on some of the stuff going on with Alzheimer's and maybe even a little Bitter Lake as well, too. So all of that and more coming up next. Don't go away.
Our lives run on energy every day. And every day, your friends and neighbors at New Mexico Gas Company safely deliver reliable, affordable, essential energy to New Mexicans. The kind of energy that brings families together, that surrounds us in comfort, the energy that warms homes and hearts. We're New Mexico Gas Company, and every day we deliver the energy that's behind some of the warmest moments in your life. That's why we're here.
Check out the pre-Thanksgiving savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Assorted boxes of Food Club cake mixes are 79 cents each, and select varieties of Betty Crocker brownie mix are 5 for $5. In produce, 2-pound bags of juicy mandarins are $2.79 each, and extra large green seedless grapes are $1.99 a pound. In the meat department, Cook's Shake portion bone-in hams are $1.67 a pound, and all slices of grade A honeysuckle white turkeys are $1.59 a pound. These are just some of the pre-Thanksgiving savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
On December 16th at 10 a.m., American Legion Post 61 in Roswell will be honoring our fallen veterans at Memory Lawn Memorial Cemetery for National Wreaths Across America Day. We invite you to join us in placement of the wreaths on the graves of our fallen heroes on that day. We also need your support by sponsoring a wreath that will be placed on a grave right here in Roswell. You can sponsor a wreath for as little as $17. To sponsor a wreath, volunteer, and to learn more about the great work of the Wreaths Across America organization, please visit roswelllegion.org today.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called Smart Hub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as Smart Hub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click Smart Hub to get started.
There are 3 key phrases that need to be spoken on a regular basis in a healthy marriage. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage.
You know, for over 20 years, Julie and I have been sharing these 3 key phrases, and here they are. I love you, I'm sorry, and I forgive you.
Ephesians 4:32 says, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ, God forgave you.
You know, it's so easy to expect others to love us, to say I'm sorry, and to forgive us. But you know, it's really a gift that we give each other. You know, the Bible teaches us we sow and we reap. Sow into your spouse, I love you, I forgive you, I'm sorry. And then you'll reap a harvest in return. Someone has to start the process. Let that be you today so you can really enjoy your marriage.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Astronauts are not allowed to eat beans before they go into space because passing wind in a spacesuit damages them. The suits for the astronauts. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 17 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, kind of wearing many hats, but we'll call it his American Legion hat today. Don Weld back with us this morning. Morning, Don.
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Doing good.
Good to be here.
Glad to have you on, as always. And the reason Don wears many hats because he's involved in so many things in the community. If you need any help or information about veterans transport, or Alzheimer's Association, or Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge,
zoo,
or the zoo, or American Legion, and I think I'm missing one or two in there too. Don's.
I don't need any more. I think I got enough.
Yeah, you've been. You're a man that is very active in our community. So he's a man that's probably busier retired than he was not retired.
You got it. You got it.
But first off, thank you for coming in, and thank you for getting involved and doing stuff. I wish we had more people in our community that had the time and desire to do it. So it's a good thing.
2 points right there.
Yeah.
Time and desire.
Yeah, I have one and not the other. That's
yeah,
usually how it works
there you
for
go.
me.
And that's what usually happens is people that volunteer have one or the other, and it kind of pushes that other a lot.
Yeah, absolutely here. So that being said, we do want to invite everyone on out to this Saturday's Veterans Day Assembly. I know we've been talking about it ad nauseum here this week, and we're going to do it for another day or so.
Right.
But we would love to have people come out and support veterans. If you would like to, we'd love to see you out there. I know there's quite a few organizations and entities that are looking for veterans to ride in their floats and vehicles for the parade. If get in touch with us, we can make those connections happen for you. But we would love to see a sea of people out there in Pioneer Plaza in the courthouse lawn on Saturday morning. I know we're not going to get the numbers that you see for the Eastern New Mexico State Fair or any of that stuff, but I would love to. You 4th of July, let's get a good crowd out here. See those kind of numbers and have a good hunk of people out there just showing their support and thanking our veterans and celebrating our great country. That's what
we're having a lot of veteran-related celebrations all this week and actually into next week.
That's right.
Travis County,
Federated Republic of Women have their monthly luncheon next Wednesday. Yeah.
Wednesday, yeah,
at the convention center. That's a veterans. They're inviting veterans free meal.
All of this time, and I'm loving it.
Absolutely.
I think it is fantastic that we're finally getting out there and celebrating the people who have kept this nation free.
Absolutely. Well, and we see the world we live in today, and a lot of people see the writing on the wall and seeing what direction this world's going in right now.
Yeah.
And we got a new generation that are going to have to pick up this mantle.
That's right.
We're going to need our new generation to be the next batch of veterans here, and we need to inspire, evoke, and remind and show people why it's important that they pick up that baton and keep the race going. It's so important, and events like this remind me of that. So veterans, we'd love to have you come out. I know a lot of us don't want to share stories and want the recognition. We kind of just, we just want to kind of stay in the background and blend in. But we need to inspire. We need the veteran service now your role needs to switch to one of inspiration and one of reminding people why we we have veterans, why we need people to enlist in the United States military and defend and defend this nation and the Constitution, because
that's right.
Now more than ever, we're living in a world where people want to test it, and there's a reason we grew from just a people with desires and things, and went from a small country to the superpower of the world, and now that we're there, people want to knock that down. People want to take what you got. People want to bring that down, and the only person, the line in the sand, was that person that signed up for the military service to stop that from happening. So that's why veterans are important, and I'm going to be singing that message a lot over the next week here.
If you'll notice, over the last century, this country is probably the only country who goes into a war not for conquest, but for support of the local
You're absolutely correct. Yeah.
We want to let as many people as possible in this world to be free and govern themselves.
Absolutely.
So that's what our whole purpose in being out there is.
Absolutely. So that's why we do these things, and why we have this day, and why people love to do, everyone sees like, why all these free meals? Because people want to do their part. People get the importance of the veteran, and and that's what I love about it. It's like, no, we all can't do everything for everybody, because we have our resources, but when these businesses say, you know what, come on in for a discounted meal or a free meal, or come in for a free dessert while they have, that's their part of them saying, hey, thank you for doing that. And so veterans, I get it. You don't have to be the one that does the crawl and do everything. Some like to do that, but it's okay to accept those every once in a while, because this is how people feel like they can give back. And to be honest, when they can give back to you, it does make them feel good too. So,
it does.
Be accepting of it a little bit. I mean, yeah, I get it. If you're eating 27 meals and you're like, dude, I thank you. I get it.
I'm full.
I'm bloated. But at the same time, it's okay to accept some of this stuff, and because people really do want to show their appreciation and love, and they don't. This is the way they know how to do it. And,
that's right.
And we're just be thankful, because we are thankful for that. And every person everyone that offers the littlest of thing, it's so thankful because you don't have to, and you're just showing your appreciation. And so all those businesses and organizations that do these kind of free things or discounted things for veterans over this next couple days here, thank you so much for that support. Thank you for doing that. I know it eats into your business. I know I see days like Golden Corral on Veterans Day where there's a line around the building for free meals there. You know Golden Corral's losing some money on that day.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate that they offer that to people. And that's such a great thing.
And they do that because they're trying to give back to the abundant community.
Absolutely.
And I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. So please celebrate those things, participate in those things, and thank you for doing those things.
Yes.
With that being said, doing your part, coming out Veterans Day, just come out to the parade. It's a parade. Come out, wave, and see these great people. Hear the stories, and we're going to start at 9 a.m. With the ceremony and everything. We have a guest speaker that is a Gulf War veteran. I'll be emceeing, and we'll have, of course, the scouts doing the wreaths, and we'll do kind of the tradition that is part of our veteran ceremony. All of that will be a part of that, and then and it'll be a short ceremony, probably no more than 30 minutes. Right. And then we'll kick off the parade right from there on the courthouse lawn. Not on the lawn, but in the street in front. And then kind of gets mad when you drive vehicles up on
They don't like those big, especially when Greg Nyberg runs his half track across there.
There you go.
I don't think they'd like that.
Yeah, no, they would be a little bit salty if we did that one.
Yeah.
But definitely going to have all of it. We got a lot of entities already said they're committing their support and coming out to be a part of this parade, and more are welcome. And if you're a veteran, want to be in, reach out, like walk around that day. There's going to be, I know, like usually Veterans Transport always looking for a few veterans to ride with them in the parade. Go ahead.
We have the parade marshal.
Yes,
this year is Billy Joe Allen.
Mm-hmm.
She's a 100-year-old Marine.
Nice.
And keeping my fingers crossed that everything holds up.
Hopefully your health is, we're still
right. We're
good.
going to pick her up in a Southeast New Mexico Veterans Transport van.
Okay.
And take her to the ceremony, and then she will be leading the
She'll
parade.
be our big grand marshal for the parade.
She is our parade marshal.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, I'm so glad that she's able to participate with us here.
And looking forward to doing that.
Put it this way, she's a Marine. If she can be there, she will be there.
That's right.
Marines don't, you know. And by God, if you ever call a Marine a former Marine, you better be ready for some.
You're a Marine.
Yeah. Well, and I hear that, like, especially during this political season, like you hear the politicians, and I hear people like introduce, like, he's a former Marine. I was like, you got to stop saying that.
Yeah,
Marines don't like that when you say that.
Yeah.
Marines are always Marines.
That's right.
That's how Marines work.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Yeah,
that's
there's no
the
such
motto.
thing as a former Marine.
Yeah.
You can be a Marine Corps veteran. That's acceptable. But you're never a former Marine.
That's right. Yeah, and I will have the honor of being her driver escort for that day.
So Marine escorting a Marine.
Escorting Marine.
Very good. She outrank you by chance?
Probably. I only made E4. I spent 4
That's
years.
where I was. I was an E4 too.
Yep, I made E4. That was, I went in so that I could go back to school, and thank God I was able to survive.
I probably would have gone longer, but I met my wife, and life just took me in a different direction.
There you go.
That's what happens sometimes. Yep. But more than likely, if I had met my wife and everything, I probably would have gone to Korea and made a career out of the military. And
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. But
love happens, and love does puts you in different paths sometimes.
Life path.
But now, of course, like I said, the parade will start there. We've got our Grand Marshal. We're going to be heading north.
Yep.
And then there on College into the Wool Bowls we'll turn into, and then
Correct.
we'll kind of wrap up and kind of circle the wagons at the Wool Bowl parking lot there, where we invite the crowd to follow us there. We're going to have, I think, some food trucks. And,
there's a food truck and I think a coffee truck.
So there'll be some food and snacks.
And the VFW and the Legions, both Legions, will have tables there to say hi and welcome you again.
And I think a couple other organizations may come up and be wanting to give out some swag and giving out goodies to veterans and things like that. So come on out and do that. And we'll probably go till about noon until they say, you guys got to go because we got a football game to get ready for.
And then we got to clear the place out.
Yeah.
This is the the pre-tailgate.
That's right. That's right. I called it. So come wear your Goddard red, white, and Goddard blue on Saturday.
Oh, I thought that was Roswell. Then.
No, Roswell will be Friday night. So
Friday night.
Goddard Saturday.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, Roswell. Wear your rocket or your coyote red, white, and blue on Friday, and then wear your red, white, and Goddard blue on Saturday.
There you go.
That's the way to do it.
That's right.
But definitely come in, and we'd love to. Yeah. So when you're at the parade and stuff, come on down to the Wool Bowl afterwards, and especially if you're a veteran, because we probably get you some swag and some free stuff. And again, people
we'll
want
work something
out.
out.
Yeah, people want to, and of course, usually if you're looking for resources and stuff too. If you need veterans resources help, if you're looking for that kind of stuff, there's going to be a slew of people there can help you navigate some of that. And of course, you don't have to wait till Saturday. If you're a veteran and you're looking for those kind of services, you could reach out to either American Legion post here in town, the VFW post here in town. There's a few other organizations here in town too. All of them will be ready to get you that information, put you in touch with the right people.
And we can direct you to the proper people.
Vets in need, don't hesitate to reach out to any of those same three entities all the time. From time to time, we'll have a veteran come to town or something, and any three of those entities all will pitch in if need be and say, hey, we need to give them a room for the night, or we need to get a tire changed or something.
We'll do what we can to help you.
Yeah, so don't forget that's always there. But 9 a.m. Saturday morning, the parade and ceremony will get underway. There's plenty of parking in Pioneer Plaza, also in the Chaves County Courthouse. Behind the courthouse, there's parking there. That's kind of where they're going to be staging the parade. So maybe park to you kind of give them, but
try to give opening of back there in that area.
Yeah, you'll see there'll be big like deuce and a halves and all kinds of stuff back there.
Yeah.
You'll notice.
We're going to try and get an F-18 in there, but no.
All we could get was a Harrier. Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe one year we could pull that one off.
I don't know if they'd fit on Main Street or not.
No, probably not.
Be a little close.
No.
Or you could just hover over the top.
There you go. Just hover in.
There you go.
We could do that. Or at least, or maybe a Chinook.
Yeah, there you go.
Of course, some things are big too.
They are.
But we would love to have you come out and participate. Please come be a part. And of course, the veterans out there looking to get involved. Like I said, we're going to have both American Legions represented, our VFW represented, and some other veteran agencies as well.
Yep.
All looking for new folks to be a part of it, or you can join multiple or one if you want, Yep. Because some do qualify for American Legion and VFW service, depending on when you served and where you served. And so definitely check that out too and get involved. All of us, all three organizations are in town are looking for more people to do some good stuff and get involved and be involved in some of our veterans stuff.
We have a lot of things for you to do, I'll guarantee you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll keep you busy if you come out and help us.
Absolutely. We're always looking for more. And then, of course, one other thing I want to put on the radar before we kind of switch gears here. Also, right now through the end of this month, through the 29th of November, if you go to roswelllegion.org, that's our Roswell our website. There you can learn more about Veterans Parade and everything we as American Legion Post 61 do.
Mm-hmm.
But right in the middle of that page is a link for a thing called Wreaths Across America.
Yes.
Wreaths Across America is a national organization that they do a lot of work for veterans and things. But one of the big visual things that they do outside of scholarships and working with all that stuff is trying getting wreaths on as graves of as many veterans across the United States of America as possible. We've been participating with this for several years now, and if you'd like to sponsor a wreath, it's cheap. It's $17 per wreath. They did up it from $15. Cost of doing business.
Living, yeah.
Cost of doing business nowadays. $2 is actually not that bad of an increase.
No, it isn't.
Cost of food go up, but wreaths didn't go up that much. But anyway. $17 to sponsor a wreath. You can sponsor it in a name and a memory of a loved one or something if you wish,
right.
Or if you just want to, and you can. They have deals where you can buy 5 or so, 10 at a time, something like that.
Yeah, I got 10 of them myself.
Yeah, that's what I usually do. Is I do that kind of thing. But you can honor it in a loved one, or you can just say, hey, I just want to do it. But what we do is if you sponsor these wreaths, and then here mid-December, I think around the 16th. A truck will come in with all these wreaths, and we're going to put, hopefully, about 200 and so on graves out at Memory Lawn, and then if we have extras left over, we go to South Park. We'll leave some here at the veterans at the veterans memorial here on the courthouse lawn,
right?
And other places there. But the more wreaths that are sponsored, the more we give out. And we always have a goal of around 300, and we're not close to our goal yet. So we'd love to help people. The thing is, you can donate at any time, but if you want to count towards this year, we need your wreath order in by the 29th of this month.
Right.
You got to get it in by then. Now, of course, you can go anytime. If you go after the 29th, no big deal. It'll be on next year.
We'll put it on the next year.
It'll be next year's wreath. But so it's a constant thing. You can do it anytime. We keep the link up there. You can go and do that. But if you want to do it for this year, please go to roswelllegion.org and you can go and purchase a wreath or wreaths there to honor someone in your family or just honor our veterans or whatever reason you want to do it, you can do it.
And we will have people at the parade who will take your donations.
Yes. We'll have a table there at both at the Wool Bowl and kind of around the courthouse lawn there, right there. Right. And you can go, and because we are still taking sponsors for this event, we're kind of a little past the point of no return for advertisements and things. But if you sponsor for this event, we would be very appreciative. It'll go back to the veterans organizations in this parade here.
Right.
So it all goes
offset the cost of the event. Yep.
Yes, absolutely. So definitely something that folks want to check out here. Okay, sorry, that's something else different. That's all. So Art sent me a text. And I was like, oh, this might be relevant to what I'm talking about. No, that's something I can deal with later.
Okay. Okay.
But Wreaths Across America, that's another great. So even if you say you can't make it here today and you're like, I want to get involved, I'm not busy. I'm busy on Saturday. Great. Another way, go to our page and sponsor some wreaths.
Sponsor some wreaths.
That would be a great way to, and you can do that. You know what? If you want to do that in memory of a loved one for Christmas or something like that, this is a great way. You can even leave messages and things. There's when you go to the link on our website, it's got the whole history of Wreaths Across America, what they do, what you can do to support, and of course, if you want to leave messages or do things for others, that it's all right there.
Just punch on that donation button.
Yes, absolutely.
So, and it'll get you there.
Yeah, that's a great way to help. And of course, if you have any questions about anything about American Legion Post 61 or anything we do, you'll find it there at roswelllegion.org. If you need more information about the Veterans Parade, if you need more information about us as an organization or scholarships, we do scholarships. That'll be coming up. You'll find the applications and the criteria all there at the website. So.
Yep.
Good deal. So last Saturday, for folks that didn't know, the Alzheimer's Association had their annual Walk to End Alzheimer's here in Roswell. They do it every fall. And this year, for the first time in a while, it was back on the Chaves County Courthouse lawn. Right. Kind of called Cielo Grande home for a little bit there. But now back on the courthouse lawn. And so how did the first time back?
Cielo Grande was great, but we lacked the exposure out along Main Street there.
Yeah, it's unless you're going out to soccer or to go to the fishing game or something like.
Right.
We're the courthouse is everyone's passing by to go shopping or work.
Right. So they get
eat.
to see us and say hi.
So
hey, how you doing?
It's more visible in the community.
That's right. That's what we wanted to do this year, and it turned out real well. We haven't reached the final goal. That goes on until the end of December.
So there's still time to donate and support even if you didn't get a chance to walk this year.
Yeah, we're looking for 30,000, and we're about 23. So
okay, we can get there.
Yeah,
we can get there. $7,000's not
it's not
insurmountable.
That's right. So go online. You can go to alz.org, and then you look for the Roswell Walk.
Okay.
And when you get to the Roswell Walk, if you know a team name, you can donate to a team, or you can donate directly to the Roswell Walk.
So if you want to support a particular team over another for bragging rights and what have you,
there you go.
That's a way to do it. Or if you're just like, I don't know any of those, but I really want to support,
there you go.
You can just do it that way.
And you can go to mine, my photo finish.
There you go.
If you go to mine and donate, that's good.
That's right.
I'll take that.
Hey, if you show him, he'll give you a poppy on Saturday.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to get poppies Saturday, we will have the poppy table out there.
Yep.
And of course, if you're wondering what that's about, it's a symbol of veterans and things, and that's kind of the unofficial symbol of of
Well,
our
it goes
veterans and
goes
military.
back to Field of Flanders.
Yes.
1919, and that was a poppy field.
Mm-hmm.
And so the American Legion adopted that originally when they started this whole American Legion.
Yeah.
The poppy was a symbol of the veterans that we lost in World War I.
And it's kind of carried over all these years later.
That's right.
Here. So,
And it's branched out into other entities.
now it's kind of a universal military veteran symbol kind of thing.
Yeah,
But
so-
yes, we will have our poppy table out there if you want to get your poppies and
Yep.
display those and wear them proudly and
Yep.
do it in honor of a loved one.
And we do ask a donation for the poppies.
Yeah, it's just a donation, whatever.
Because
1,000,
they cost.
$1 million, something like that. Whatever you got.
Yeah,
Whatever you got
whatever.
laying around.
Yeah, a couple million.
Whatever change you got in your thing.
After all, one of the NASCAR companies gave us a donation of over $1 million
Awesome.
a year ago.
Yeah.
So
anybody else out there got one of those laying around, we'll take it.
Well, yeah, no kidding.
That was given nationally, by the way, not to our local Legion. We didn't
Right.
have them. We had $1 million. We were like, whoa, where'd that come from? No, nationally. But
yeah, Alzheimer's was a good walk.
Good.
We had a lot of people. A lot of things went on. After the walk, we had a little entertainment. We had the Roswell Fire Department and the Roswell Police Department.
That's right. They did their tug of
They
war.
had a tug of war together.
Who won?
Well, it was 2 out of 3.
Okay.
And the police finally got their way.
But
it was a struggle. They were well matched and and did a good job. Had a lot of fun and
I would have never
enjoyed it.
bet against either one of those teams.
Yeah.
But like without like the research, I'm thinking because firefighters are always carrying equipment and going up and down things. I figured they're going to be a little bit more cut than the police officers. But then again, police officers always running around wrestling and doing all kinds of stuff too. So
You never know.
I don't know.
This time, maybe we'll get a rematch next year.
I would say we just throw the gauntlet down. Hey, we can do it Saturday at the Wool Bowl if we want. Bring a rope and you all guys show up, and we'll do it in the parking lot
There you
for
go.
the game on Saturday.
There you
go. If we want to get to answer any questions here or any of that kind of stuff. But by the way, big thank you to the city and to the Sheriff's Department and so many other entities for supporting the Veterans Day and really Alzheimer's Walk.
They
too.
did that too. Yes.
Yeah, they really made it easy for folks to
and the
do these
county
events.
for making that property available.
Absolutely.
For all of these celebrations.
Yeah.
And if you want to call them celebrations,
Mhm.
I guess you could.
Absolutely. Yes. Events.
Events. Yeah. So we're really happy with
And
all
if you're
of that.
wondering why the Chaves County Courthouse is green this month at night, it's for Veterans Day.
It's Veterans Day, that's right.
That's for veterans. And
Yep.
So if you want to show your support, I know Westlake, I believe, have some green light bulbs. I'm not sure who else has them, but you can pick up a green light bulb and put it in your own.
They probably do.
Yeah, I know Westlake's got some.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I'm sure others do. I just know off the top of my head they've got some.
Right.
And you get those, and you can put them in your lights in front of your house or whatever. And show
the
your
courthouse has a switch.
Yeah, they don't have to.
They turn
chop
on the
it.
green light.
Yeah, they got this LED thing. It's a little fancy.
Works out good.
I think they can go other colors too. You want to come on in?
How you doing?
Come on
Good
in.
to
Vanessa's
see you.
joined us as well. Popped in on Don too. Come on in and have a seat. Now you can't sit in the hiding seat. You got to sit in the visible seat now. Vanessa.
Let's put you out here.
Of course, Vanessa is also with our American Legion Post 61 family as part of our auxiliary here and on the committees for Veterans Parade and all of the stuff we do here. So, how you doing today?
I'm good.
Good,
Just had
good.
a rough start, but I'm here.
Good. Are we ready for today?
Yes.
Ready for this weekend and
Yes.
everything else in here?
Yes.
But is there anything we missed or messed up that you heard so far?
I haven't heard anything.
Okay, so we're good.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are good.
But but I'm glad that Alzheimer's Walk. We had a great crowd, and congratulations to the police department for their best 2 of 3 tug of war win there.
That was
in
good.
In that match
Lot of
there.
fun.
How was the event at Bitter Lake with the watching of the birds come in and everything?
Very good. Oh, that's right.
That was on
another
Saturday
one.
night. Yeah.
Yeah, we had that on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, the migratory. Was it just cranes or was it all the birds?
Well, what it is, it's called we call it cranes and
Cranes and
cocoa.
cocoa, but there's other
But
birds.
there are other birds there too. Canada geese, and people keep driving that. It's Canada geese, not Canadian.
Is it?
Yes.
Why?
Well, because that's the name. It's a Canada goose.
I know, but they're Canadian.
They're not Canadian.
But they are.
They call it Canada for a particular reason.
Are they coming from Canada?
Must be if they're called.
They're Canadians.
They're Canadians. Yeah.
Sorry, y'all can have your little match, but I'm calling them Canadian geese.
There you go.
Because they're geese from Canada.
It's a birder thing. Yeah, it's a birder thing. But anyway, we had a very nice presentation by Jim Montgomery.
Awesome.
He does that every year. Funny man when he gets up there and talks about the cranes.
Yeah.
He puts on a nice little show. So
good deal.
And
it's always fun. And then So good news. If you missed Saturday, fortunately the migrating season continues here. So if you come out every evening for the next month or so here, probably you'll get a good view of the birds and everything coming in and the plant life. If you want to see the most action out at Bitter Lake, either get there at sunrise or sunset. Those are the two, because that's when the animals are out hunting and fishing and doing their thing and getting
sunrise. The gate goes up.
Yeah,
sunset. The gate goes down.
Exactly. Yeah,
sunrise and sunset's the most beautiful time.
Oh yeah, it's really nice. And so if you've never been out to Bitter Lake, maybe not this weekend because there's a lot going on, but next weekend, get on out there and
get out
see the beauty that's
all
in
the
our
way
backyard.
through.
Absolutely.
We moved the cranes and cocoa up to this last weekend.
Yes.
For various reasons. Normally it was the Saturday after Thanksgiving, but I think we wanted to leave that whole weekend open for family.
Sure, and then plus
Thanksgiving family weekend.
I think we were talking last time. The birds are migrating now. It's
right.
They don't have the same calendar we do. You know, they leave a week early or whatever it is. That's what they do. You
That's
know,
right.
It's kind of,
they start coming through in October, and by the end of November, which used to be our cranes and cocoa deal, they're pretty well set where they're going to be.
Yeah.
Now, we have some of them that stay here. But most of
they're
them
from the
go
far
on
north.
south.
They're from the far north. They're like, nah, I'm coming from the tundra, man. This is nice.
Yeah, you got it.
I don't need to keep going south.
The rest of them keep on going south, but yeah.
It's a beautiful time to come out there and see
it.
It
is.
So definitely check that out while you're doing that too. And of course, come out this Saturday. Come out and be a part of the Veterans Parade, the Veterans ceremony here. We would love to see that entire courthouse lawn, Pioneer Plaza, that whole area just filled up with people and supporting and cheering on our veterans and thanking, especially, like our Grand Marshal, World War II Marine, Billy
Joe Allen.
Oh yeah,
he's 100.
We are so lucky and blessed to have them still with us here. Let's
Yep.
celebrate that while we can. While we can, while we're still lucky enough to have these, and then that's the saddest part about Veterans Day, is where there's less of us every year because World War II veterans are almost non-existent now. There's not many left. Korean War veterans are getting that way now too, and in of course Vietnam, they're all getting less and less. It's just a sad truth, and so let's celebrate those people. I got them. I'm so glad that hopefully everything's going to be a good day on Saturday, and she's going to be there leading the parade, and we got a sea of veterans in all of these vehicles and just waving and thanking them for their service. Don't forget to come out to Goddard later today and get that 1 o'clock is at the theater, little theater. There's the reception pregame, and then the event will be in the gym there at 1:30 today. Come out and be a part of that too. So. Good deal. Is there anything we missed, Vanessa? Is there anything we wanted to make sure we covered, or did something we?
No, it sounds like you guys pretty much touched base on everything.
And of course, if you want to be a Legionnaire or auxiliary member or son or any of that stuff, or a VFW, come out Saturday. All those organizations, and then some are going to have representation.
We'll have a poppy table downtown with Unit 28. You come check us out. We're always looking for members.
Yeah.
For the Legionnaires.
Can't miss them. It'd be the table with all the red poppies on it.
Oh, yeah. Right. I'll be there with my hat.
Yeah, look for her the hat.
And we're taking the donations for the wreaths as well.
Yes.
Wreaths Across America. Again, if you can't go to the event this Saturday, but busy going to do that, RoswellLegion.org. There's a link right there. You can order your wreaths. They're $17 a piece, but you can get like a group of 10 or something. They have different levels that you can do that with.
And what do we ask for donations for the poppies?
anything you feel your heart's desire, just
got $1? Awesome.
Give,
you got $1,000?
Support us. Come
Yeah.
check us out.
We just want you to come support us, and to be honest, if you're like only got 50 cents or a quarter, no
That's fine,
big.
too.
We want you there, and we want to show you. We thank you for supporting our veterans, and we thank you for coming out and be a part of it. So whatever you can give, we appreciate it. So
And then there's always next year too, if you're unable to this year.
Absolutely, we can. And while we got you here, real quick too, our particular American Legion Post family, Post 61 family here, we meet the first Thursday of every month, 6 p.m. at First United Methodist Church.
Upstairs.
By the way, there is a veterans dinner at First United on Saturday, I believe at 4:30. I'm going to be emceeing it, a prime rib dinner and everything else. Bob,
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
Yes.
Bob Power is going to be in tomorrow in the 9 o'clock hour to remind folks about that. But
Okay.
that's a free dinner for veterans and their families. They're going to have music and entertainment, and I wish I knew the exact time, but it's like 4:30 or 5 or something like that. And
cool.
then so you go there for a meal. I'll be emceeing, but I think it's not much to MC. I'm just going to
We'll
eat.
come check you out.
Yeah, come and lead the people in the singing. We got some great local singers, and so so veterans, put that on your list of things to do on Saturday too. So good deal. Well, thank you guys.
Busy day.
Yeah, busy day. Thank you.
Which is good.
We'll let you guys. I'm sure you got 12 more fires to stomp out, so we'll let you go do that. And
Okay.
if I don't see you before, then I'll see you guys on Saturday.
All right, well, you take
Appreciate
care.
it.
All
God
right,
bless
you too. Thank you guys. And,
Thank you.
Thank you for what you guys do. Appreciate it.
Thank you
If
for
can
having us on.
You can round up about 10 more of you. That'd be pretty good.
We're working on it.
All right, it is 8:50. Let's pause for news. Your Cowboys report. I got time today. And a quick commercial break as well. Don't go away.
Now for your Pecos Valley News Update, I'm Jared Sorello. Residents around West Texas and southeast New Mexico were abruptly woken up Wednesday morning by an earthquake. The shaker registered 5.3 magnitude, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. That would make it one of the strongest earthquakes in the region in more than a century. The shaking began at about 3:30 in the morning, Wednesday, Mountain Standard Time, in an area about halfway between Midland and El Paso, or about 58 miles south-southeast of Carlsbad, New Mexico. There have been no reports of damage or injuries, thankfully. In Artesia, a man is jailed for trying to steal copper wire. Police reports show officers were sent to Deans Incorporated last Tuesday morning at about 2:30 in the morning. That's at 409 Commerce Road. When the officers got there, they found 34-year-old Carlos Hilario Renteria of Artesia still inside the fenced area of the business, with rolls of copper wiring dangling from around his neck. Renteria then tried to flee by jumping over the fence, but he was captured after a brief foot chase and a struggle. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
Hey everyone, with your Cowboys report, I'm Christy Scales. A wide receiver previously suspended by the NFL has been given another chance by the Cowboys. You'll hear from Martavis Bryant after this.
Becky Hammond on Inspiration.
I hope it's an inspiration to girls out there, being the first woman to coach an NBA team. But I've always been more inspired by the future, not by what I've done, but by what's coming next.
What do you want to do next? Whether it's buying a home, growing your wealth, or protecting your assets, SWBC is here to support your next steps toward financial success with personalized service and expert advice.
Visit SWBC.com to take the next step toward your financial future.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
The Cowboys' offense is third best in the NFL in scoring, but you can never have enough weapons, so they've added veteran free agent receiver Martavis Bryant. The former Steeler and Raider is a big play threat who was suspended indefinitely by Commissioner Goodell back in 2018 for repeated violations of the league's substance abuse policy. But now the suspension is lifted, and after watching tape of Bryant last season in the XFL, the Cowboys have added him to the practice squad. Bryant is confident he can make a contribution this year.
Sky's the limits for me, man. I know I'm 31, but still fast, still big, still want to play football. I haven't lost anything, you know. I got a lot of daughters out there. It's more of me proving it to myself that I still got it.
Today is his first full practice preparing for Sunday's home game against the Giants, which you'll hear on your radio home for Cowboys Game Day. With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got a pretty good chance of showers today and much cooler temperatures as a low-pressure system and cold front move into our area. Upper 40s to low 50s on the afternoon high. A little bit of light rain or drizzle overnight and down to about 40 on the low, and then scattered showers early on Friday. Cloudy through the afternoon, and we'll stay right around 50. Veterans Day, we're back to sunshine and 60. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Lou Dobbs Business Report.
I'm Lou Dobbs. Disney stock up after earnings. Caesars strike avoided. Earnings season winding down. Mixed results on Wall Street yesterday. The Dow snapping its win streak. The S&P and NASDAQ edged slightly higher. Walt Disney earnings are out. Quarterly profits beat Wall Street targets, but revenue fell short. Disney Plus subscribers rose by 7 million from the previous quarter. Now, more than 150 million users subscribe to Disney Plus. Walt Disney Company shares up nearly 2%. Instacart stock jumping more than 2% in the extended session. Instacart's first earnings since its IPO beat Wall Street targets. Sony Group earnings today. Estimates call for a 22% drop in earnings per share, and Sony shares down 6% over the past 6 months, up 2% over the past 5 days of trading. Caesars Entertainment reaching a deal with the Las Vegas Culinary Union. The move comes as 10,000 Caesars employees were about to walk out this week. Caesars avoided a strike while MGM and Wynn Resorts are still negotiating. But there is optimism. Shares of Caesars and MGM both up 9%, Wynn Resorts up 5% over the past 5 days. Please join me twice each weekday for the Lou Dobbs Business Report right here.
Business news you need to know. Keep listening for more. This is the Lou Dobbs Business Report.
1 in every 5 businesses gets hacked. Why? Security requires identifying how many computers your business has. You probably don't know, and your cybersecurity team likely doesn't know either. Most companies underestimate their vulnerability points by 15% or more. Payment processors, printers, and other network devices. Aricent pinpoints and secures these devices and ensures total network coverage. Call Aricent 908-878-7717. 908-878-7717. Aricent 908-878-7717.
Hi, I'm Dr. Keon at Carabelli Dental. Same-day smiles are what we do. My passion is helping patients chew, talk, and live with confidence. That's why I'm one of the few doctors in the U.S. who can create beautiful same-day smiles with the latest digital implant technology. This procedure is life-changing. Just ask Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. I've been that voice that you've heard on the radio for most of my life, but I'm also a dad to 2 amazing kids. I've had a million reasons to smile, but in all my old pictures, I was never smiling. Truth is that life of improper care and being dealt a bad hand genetically left me practically with no teeth. It affected everything from the way I ate, the way I talked, and of course how I interacted with people. And that's where Dr. Keon and Carabelli stepped in. They eased my fears. They explained every step of the process in a way that I could understand, and they made me feel almost like I was part of the team. And now, I can't stop smiling. I have so much more confidence, and I love looking in the mirror now. I can't explain how much of a difference Dr. Keon's dental implant process made for me.
Our team can help you find your smile too. Come see us at Carabelli Dental, 575-622-4455.
It takes a long time to develop trust. At LaGrone Funeral Chapel, they've been earning your trust for decades. They understand how important it is to friends and family to celebrate a life in the way you choose. The professionals at LaGrone will ease your stress and anxieties. They'll provide the guidance you need to select a service that's appropriate. And that's what they've been doing for generations, earning your trust and doing the right thing. LaGrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, 900 South Main in Roswell. Online at LaGroneFuneralChapels.com.
In October 2023, Kelvin Kipton set a world record at the Chicago Marathon for the fastest time at 2 hours, 35 seconds. He trained his whole life to accomplish this goal. When he started the race, he was ready because he had disciplined his body to be at his best. 1 Corinthians 9:24-27 says, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it." Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. So I do not run aimlessly. I do not box as one beating the air, but I discipline my body and keep it under control. How is your race of life going? How are you handling the challenges that life brings you? If you are struggling, maybe you haven't prepared well for the race. We at Country Club Road would love to support you and train with you as we run the race of life together. Studying God's Word, praying together, fellowshipping with other runners in the race of life are all great ways to train. Let's train together.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Veterans Day is Saturday, November 11th, and the community is invited to Roswell's Veterans Day ceremony and parade, beginning at 9 a.m. on the Chavez County Courthouse lawn. After the ceremony, the parade will head north up Main Street and end at the Woolbowl parking lot, where you're invited to join us for food, information, and fun. Financial sponsorship is still needed for this year's event. Sponsorships of $500 or more will include your business and all of the marketing. Please visit roswelllegion.org to be a sponsor, and you can also visit our American Legion table at the event. Thank you for supporting our veterans.
Hugh Hewitt is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM KEND Roswell.
Breaking news this hour at townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Slightly fewer Americans applied for jobless claims last week.
The Labor Department reports applications for unemployment benefits fell by 3,000 to 217,000 for the week ending November 4th. The 4-week moving average of claims, meanwhile, inched up by 1,500 to 212,250. Overall, 1.83 million people were collecting unemployment benefits the week that ended October 28th, about 22,000 more than the previous week.
That's correspondent Jeremy House reporting at debate number 3 for the GOP presidential candidates last night in Miami. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie said Donald Trump cannot be both a criminal defendant and run for the White House.
And I'll say this about Donald Trump. Anybody who's going to be spending the next year and a half of their life focusing on keeping themselves out of jail and courtrooms cannot lead this party or this country. Right, and it needs to be said plainly.
Nikki Haley said at the debate aired on NBC she spoke with Israel's prime minister about the war with Hamas.
The first thing I said to him when it happened was I said, finish them. Finish them.
The central question coming out of the third debate is, did any candidate do well enough to catch up with the front-runner?
Former President Trump remains far ahead in the polls, leading his Republican rivals by double digits. The previous 2 debates, which Trump skipped, didn't alter the candidates standing much. And now we'll see if anyone makes a move following the debate here in Miami as either a serious challenger to Trump or a clear alternative.
As White House correspondent Greg Cluxton reported. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and her Chinese counterpart are meeting in San Francisco. The talks today are designed to help lay the groundwork for an expected meeting next week between President Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping. More of these stories at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Taking action right now.
Cruise autonomous vehicles are getting a software update after one of them dragged a pedestrian.
It happened last month in San Francisco. In the crash, another vehicle with a human being behind the wheel hit a pedestrian, sending the person into the path of a Cruise autonomous vehicle. The Cruise vehicle stopped at first, but still hit the person. It then moved to the right to get out of traffic, pulling the person about 20 feet forward. The pedestrian was pinned under one of the Cruise vehicle's tires and was critically injured. The company.
That is Rita Foley reporting. The nation's top accident investigator says the surge in close calls between planes at U.S. airports this year is a clear warning sign that aviation is under stress. Jennifer Homendy, the chair of the National Transportation Safety Board, told a Senate panel today that close calls are incredibly rare, but that we cannot ignore the fact that they're still on the rise. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. 50 years after giant pandas first arrived in Washington, D.C., the Smithsonian National Zoo now has none left in its enclosures. And the Embassy of the People's Republic of China says that the last of the giant pandas are now headed home.
Today, agreed by both sides, it is time for Meixiang Tian Tian to bring Xiao Qiji back home. The three family members are all in good health and ready for the flight. As a diplomat in Washington, I say to them goodbye and bon voyage. As a Chinese government official, I say to them, welcome back.
Home buyers who can afford to bypass the highest mortgage rates in 2 decades are increasingly foregoing financing and paying all cash. Homes purchased entirely with cash, accounting for 34.1% of all sales in September. More from townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3 of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Yes, sir.
All right, looks like our guest is here.
Indeed.
Good
One
deal.
Huh? Is it American Legion?
No, Fine Art.
Oh, yeah, Fine Arts, right.
Yes.
Yes. I came to the realization over the last 20 or so minutes that today is Thursday, and that's usually, we'll pull back the curtain and break of kayfabe, when we record the coaches for the pregame.
I do.
For Roswell High.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, at some point in the next hour and a half, we will be graced with Dion's Pizza.
Delicious Dion's, yes.
And I screwed up and went and got a breakfast pizza just now. So I'm like, I was kicking myself, like, I'm gonna have pizza for lunch. I don't want pizza for breakfast. Dang it!
Now, did you get a regular pizza?
No. It's a nice one. It's a Denver omelet.
So it's kind of okay.
From a place that I won't give free advertising to.
Not yet.
I'll just say it's a fantastic movie and sequel, not a very good third one. And we'll just leave it at that.
The Matrix?
Actually, you're right. I got it from Matrix Pizza. No, I do got to shout out this place in TRC, though, called the Outer Edge Pizza. It's a pizzeria down there. And everything handmade, hand-cut, in-house. And it's like you put your order in, you're going to be waiting 45 to 50 minutes for your pizza, but you know it's coming out as fresh as it could possibly be.
Gotcha.
Brick oven style, the whole thing. Real nice.
Prepare ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare ahead. But, yes, happy Thursday. Hope everyone's doing well. Of course, we got all the stuff we've been talking about, the veteran stuff, and high school football going on. So we got a bevy of things happening around town here next few days.
Yeah.
So,
gonna be slammer.
Get involved, and get out there and do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's Something I was going to mention. I just completely spaced out on it. I don't remember what it was. So we'll move on.
We move on.
We move on. We move on to other things. We've got the folks from I believe the Fine Arts League going to be joining us here in just a bit. And they've got an event coming up. Want to put on the radar, so we'll get that get that going here in just a little bit. If you do want to watch the football games, please, if you can, go to the Wool Bowl. Go Friday, go Saturday. Support Roswell Friday night, Goddard. But if you can't, we will have the games video, ksvptv.com. I always say fill that place up first. Get out there and support the team. We gotta give them a home field advantage.
That's right.
They've earned the home field advantage. You got to give them the home field advantage.
And
Show them.
you've watched your Roswell Coyotes blow through every opponent this season. It has been an amazing season. I want to see a sea of crimson at the Wool Bowl this Friday.
There you go. And then with a sea of blue Saturday afternoon, and get out there and root them on and have some fun. But like I said, if you can't, we will have it for you. KSVPTV.com.
There you go.
That. And big thank you to Dion's Pizza. They do it. They sponsor our coaches shows all season, and like Sean said, we get a delicious. It's the 505, which if you don't know, that is the official New Mexican pepperoni pizza with green chili.
Oh yeah.
And then the family size salad.
That's and the salad that comes from Dion's. If you've never had
their delicious salad,
I think it's like a Cobb salad. It is insane.
Well, they have different. They have like a chef salad. They have like a turkey salad. They have each, but the one we get has the turkey, ham, egg, and of course their Dion's blend of the lettuce and the cucumbers and all that in there. If I did have a request though, if they're going to they can bring other dressing than ranch. Like they have other dressing.
He just wants green chili ranch.
Well, they have Thousand Island. And
Do they really?
When it comes, yes, because I've gotten a salad with Thousand Island from there before. I like Thousand Island on my salads. That's my go-to.
Given my druthers, I'm way more often an Italian guy. Like I prefer Italian dressing or something with kind of a vinegar to it.
I'm not a big vinegary guy, so I don't mind them. If that's what there is, I'll eat it. But
I like vinegar in my everything. Like when it comes to barbecue sauce, I like the Carolina style, the mustard sauce.
I don't mind that.
Sauce.
I grew up on that kind of, so I'm okay with it. But the one thing I never liked doing that was very popular, and I know you would love it, is growing up in Maryland, of course, Ocean City, Thrasher fries, Boardwalk fries. These are staples there where they give you this big gelatinous cup of fries. But the way to eat those, not with ketchup, salt and vinegar.
Salt and malt vinegar, yeah. Salt and malt vinegar. Heck yeah.
That's how they eat it. And I'm not a fan of that. But a lot of people are, and I like ketchup.
I will go to Long John Silver's specifically as an excuse to get malt vinegar in my mouth. Basically, I usually order like a clam strip or like a popcorn shrimp, something like that, and then get malt vinegar because it doesn't even go with it.
Right.
But it goes with it in my book.
Yeah.
Or even better than any of those, take a small bite out of a Hush Puppy and put a whole packet of that malt vinegar inside of it. You got yourself a little vinegar bomb. It's awesome. It's a heartburn to go right there.
I'm about to say, that sounds brutal.
That's why I have a roll of Tums with me everywhere I go.
But big thank you to Dion for supporting that salad. It's big. Like, that's the thing. It's so big that we're like, I'm eating so much salad. I can't eat any more salad, but it's so good. If they want to throw one of them turkey sandwiches in there, too, I would not complain. The one in, I'd eat it. But
their sandwiches in general are just phenomenal.
Well, and that's the thing. I haven't really tried the other sandwiches because I found the turkey first, and I have just
you gotta bounce around a little bit. Their Italian is really
I should,
good.
And I need to, but it's like, to me, it's Al Bar all over again. I'm at the Al Bar. I get a green chili cheeseburger because that's what I do here. You know?
Which is funny, too, because she brought out the menu. Like, they brought out the menu, but there's no point in doing that.
Right.
We know what we're doing. We know what we're getting. And the other thing...
I imagine there's locals that eat off the menu.
And I know this is because the guy in the back has just a whole run of them ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
But we put our order, and I ordered a double meat. She ordered a regular. And within 5 minutes, burgers on table.
Oh, they're quick.
It was quick.
Yeah, they know their audience. Absolutely, they know their audience there. So, but a big thank you to them, and come out and support this weekend and get on out involved there.
Should be good.
It is 13 minutes after 9 o'clock. let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather. Cooler times ahead.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got a pretty good chance of showers today and much cooler temperatures as a low-pressure system and cold front move into our area. Upper 40s to low 50s on the afternoon high. A little bit of light rain or drizzle overnight and down to about 40 on the low, and then scattered showers early on Friday. Cloudy through the afternoon and we'll stay right around 50. Veterans Day, we're back to sunshine and 60. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 52 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity's at 49%. That's what I was trying to spit out. Didn't work out there. Winds currently out of the north at 13 miles per hour. There is a 40% chance of rain for your Thursday here. High of only 54 under cloudy skies. Winds will be out of the northeast at around 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain tonight is at 20%, but we're talking like 3 in the morning, so you probably won't see it while you're awake. Cloudy with an overnight low of 42, northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, we're looking at a 60% chance of rain early, like before noon. Then cloudy for the day, cooler. We're only expected to hit a high of 46 tomorrow with winds out of the northeast at around 5 miles per hour. Like I said, our chance of rain is 60% tomorrow morning, but they're expecting less than a tenth of an inch. So good chance of rain, just probably not a lot of it. Friday night, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 41. So bundle up if you're going out to the big game. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. And for your Veterans Day Saturday, mostly sunny, highs near 60. South winds 5 to 10. Sunday, we're looking at sunny skies and a high of 65. Slight chance of rain Monday with a high of 63 under partly cloudy skies. And then we'll be floating in the mid to upper 60s for at least the first half of next week there. All right, it is 9:15. We're going to take about a 2-minute break, and then we'll talk Fine Arts League here on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Veterans Day is Saturday, November 11th, and the community is invited to Roswell's Veterans Day ceremony and parade, beginning at 9 a.m. on the Chavez County Courthouse lawn. After the ceremony, the parade will head north up Main Street and end at the Wool Bowl parking lot, where you're invited to join us for food, information, and fun. Financial sponsorship is still needed for this year's event. Sponsorships of $500 or more will include your business and all of the marketing. Please visit roswelllegion.org to be a sponsor, and you can also visit our American Legion table at the event. Thank you for supporting our veterans.
In October 2023, Kelvin Kipton set a world record at the Chicago Marathon for the fastest time at 2 hours, 35 seconds. He trained his whole life to accomplish this goal. When he started the race, he was ready because he had disciplined his body to be at his best. 1 Corinthians 9:24-27 says, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it." Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. So I do not run aimlessly. I do not box as one beating the air, but I discipline my body and keep it under control. How is your race of life going? How are you handling the challenges that life brings you? If you are struggling, maybe you haven't prepared well for the race. We at Country Club Road would love to support you and train with you as we run the race of life together. Studying God's Word, praying together, fellowshipping with other runners in the race of life are all great ways to train. Let's train together.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 47.2% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Is this true? I'd say chances are about 50%. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 18 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the gallery here, the Fine Arts League, We have Sarah Mannion here joining us. Well, did I get it right?
Yes, you did. Thank you so much.
Got it right. Good morning, Sarah. How are you today?
Good morning. I appreciate your helping us promote the gallery and all the many times that we've come on and promoted different events.
Well, you guys have such a great facility over there.
Well,
it's a great place, and it's really it's a community gathering space. It really is.
It is.
It just has the theme of art behind it, and that's where people come. And so, and before we talk about the event here, if you've never been into the studio there, it's really it's a collection of local artists, and they come and it's not only is it a place to purchase and buy art and do that, but a place to create art. If you're a person that maybe even if you wanted to get into art skills but don't necessarily have the training or some of the ingenuity behind it, but the desire, then you come on in there, and there's artists that love to work with you and love to do, and you guys always have events that are kind of that type of promoting arts and teaching, like painting classes and events like that. That's what's always going on over there at the gallery.
Yes, and the classes offered are very informative, all the way from 2-year-olds up to older people who have never done art. And
I joke it's for everyone from the womb to the tomb. It goes from everybody. It doesn't matter.
True.
All ages. Everybody is welcome to come in there and be creative.
Sure.
And to me, that's the fun part about art. Sure, there's kind of rules and things on art. Each medium has its own things, but you can follow them or not follow them, and it's still art.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty.
Exactly. And there's no 100% right way or wrong way to do something.
Absolutely.
You can always have your own ideas.
Yeah.
And
like if you're trying to construct something concrete or tangible, something you can see, or like I'm trying to make a mountain or I'm trying to do this. Well, there's rules to help you do that, but you're not obligated to follow them if you don't want to. It's just, I'd say the rules, they're more like tips on how to achieve what you're trying to achieve.
Exactly.
Try to create. And if the gallery is so great at teaching that kind of stuff and things.
Yes,
like
they
are. For example, we've got an event coming up in February. We're a community-based thing, and so there's people coming in over the months here kind of painting their own little 4-inch paintings. And I got a chance to do that here a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yes.
And Tammy did a great job of, because I have no skills. and I just wanted to my inner Bob Ross, because I was a huge Bob Ross. And she helped me make a nice little Bob Ross-esque paints, and it actually looks good. Like, I'm proud of it. I'm like, that doesn't look like someone who didn't know what they're doing.
That's amazing.
And so I love the gallery, and it does stuff like that.
It's a fantastic place to be. I love having my art in there and meeting other artists, seeing different.
What's your medium
types.
of art? What do you like to do?
I do glass art.
Okay. Like, is it like glass blowing or
No,
more like a ceramics type thing? Or?
No, we do the kiln formed glass.
Okay.
We do paintings. We make servingware.
So you do a lot of
variety.
functional art too.
Yes.
Just not only stuff to display on the mantle or whatever, but stuff that you can use as in the kitchen or at your cookout or something like that.
Sure, absolutely.
Of course, then you can't. That's where you get it's too nice to actually use.
Sometimes that's true.
But it's great to display. But
people will pull it out during the holidays or things like that. And
the special occasion, the good china kind of thing.
Yes.
I don't know if people still do that nowadays. I know when we growing up and as kids, somebody always had the good china cabinet with the good china in it.
Yes,
and I didn't know if that was still a thing in family.
I don't know if it is either, but I like to hope that
I would hope
still
so, because those
of
are keepsakes
things.
usually. Usually they're family keepsakes. A lot of times it was like your grandmother's china or something like that.
Exactly.
But if you've never been to the gallery before, if you've never had a chance to see it before, don't wait till the 24th. But if you can, come out on the 24th. That's a pretty good day to come see it for the first time. We're inviting everyone out to an artist reception.
Sure.
So kind of explain what that is for folks that don't know.
Well, we're going to hopefully have all of our artists present, and we'll have refreshments. All of our artists have decorated or done their type of medium.
They kind of bring their collections a little bit. Yeah, okay.
And we have ornaments that the artists have done.
Okay.
And the first 36 people who come into our gallery for our open house will get to pick an ornament they want off the tree.
A collector's item, a unique,
one-of-a-kind, original work.
Ornament for your tree.
Yes. We have approximately 20 artists, and we have...
Wow, that's going to be packed because, I mean, that building's big, but it's not that big, and that's a lot of artists.
A lot of people, and if we have friends and family and the community come and support us, we're hoping to fill the place up.
Absolutely.
We have every kind of media you can imagine as far as the type of art.
Yeah, so you got a little thing from painting to like ceramics and glass work, probably even a little woodworking and metal work, I imagine, in there too.
Yes, and pottery.
Yeah.
We have people who paint with oil, acrylic, charcoal.
And each one's different. Like
each one's
a different way to do it, and technique and everything else. And
we have pen and ink artists. We've got chalk, which is beautiful.
Sure.
Batik, which I had never seen before, but it is amazing. We also have watercolor artists and colored pencil artists.
Awesome. So a little bit of every different that you can imagine genre of painting, along with you're kind of getting your hands dirty in the mud kind of stuff too.
Right.
And that's...
We have pottery, like you said, the glass art. We have metal art, woodworking. We have some beautiful wood art works.
Now, this is by design because we know the holidays are right around the corner here. So if you're looking for great gifts for people, this is going to be you might knock out your Christmas shopping on the 24th here.
Yes, very much so.
If you play your cards right.
Yes.
And
have a one-of-a-kind gift to give someone.
A beautiful, unique thing.
Yes.
Only problem is you're going to have to come every year because you can't one-up yourself from the next year. You're like, shoot, what am I going to do next year?
That's okay. We'll have something next year,
That's
too.
Right. Come back next year. We'll have another one for you here. But that's and this is what I love about it because you can come and shop and get all these great gifts and you don't have to give them as gifts. You can say that and be like, keep for yourself, do you? But if you want to learn it or you want to get involved, you can talk with the artist too. Or and here's a cool thing because you have the artist right there, you get to talk to them about it. But like a lot of these folks will do commission work too. If you're I love what you do here, would you paint me this, or would you create a ceramic piece here for like this? And most of them would be happy to do that kind of stuff. That's what they do.
We love to have custom orders there.
That's
because it makes us think about something a little different, a little more unique, and it opens up new horizons for all of us.
And plus, generally, when you do that, you probably got a customer / friend for life because they're always going to, and every time someone comes into their house and talks about it, you can tell them the story. And then one day, like, I need to get another one. Or you know what? Kay loved that one. I'm going to get one for my friend Kay. Or I'm going to do, whatever it is. That's what art does.
You can add to someone's collection over the years, if they like a certain type of painting
Absolutely.
or drawing.
If you collect certain artists or things and you love their style of things, you can get the whole collections. The other thing, too, is maybe you found a new hobby for yourself because, maybe you're looking for something to do to kind of de-stress or art is cathartic. Doing it, I'm going to argue that
it's addictive.
Yeah, I would argue that 90% of the artists, and I'm just making a number, I bet it's even higher.
Yeah.
That 90% of the artists you talk to on the 24th and you ask them why they're into it, and it's because it's their escape from whatever stresses they have in their life.
It is. And many of us start out as children and we'll be interested in drawing or, finger painting or whatever.
Whoever you kind of stumbled into there,
And it just kind of continues to grow through the years. Many of our artists have been involved in many different types of art.
Sure.
And they settle on one that they really, really like.
And imagine even find a few that maybe did it in their younger days and then it kind of dropped off because life got busy and now they're maybe at a set in their life where it's slowing down. It's like, I need to get back to doing that again.
Get back to it.
And so maybe you're one of those folks or maybe you're looking for that. Maybe you come out to this thing, it's like, I think I could do some of this stuff.
Oh, sure.
Well, bring it on. Come on and talk to the artists. A lot of them some of them might be teaching classes there and say, well, great, you want to learn this? I'll be teaching a class on this here in a month or so. But that's what this is really. If you want to plug in with the art community, do some shopping and or maybe get in and you know, you don't have to come in there to be the next Van Gogh. The next Van Gogh or whatever, but you can certainly come in and find something that might be your hobby or passion that you love and do. And that's the beauty of art, whether it's painting or ceramics or metalwork or woodwork or it's your creation, your vision. It's wherever you take it, and it can be as goofy as you want, or as functional as you want, as over the top as you want, whatever you want it, whatever your mood's feeling at that moment.
And one of our I would say most popular or most awe-inspiring art form is we have a lot of people who do photography. And what one person sees, another person doesn't.
Yeah.
And so it's from a different perspective.
Yeah.
It'll have a little different lighting than what you're used to.
Yeah.
But it makes it look so amazing.
You know, this is something that's always stuck with me for years, and I've always thought about it this way. And it's a weird kind of reference, but the movie Rain Man. If you remember that movie back in the 80s, well, if you sat through the credits of that movie, it's a great movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 10. Tom Cruise, Dustin Hoffman, you haven't seen it. But at the end credits of that movie, if you can notice through the movie, the Dustin Hoffman character has a little camera that he's just snapping shots with. And it's an old 80s camera. You actually had to take it and get developed. And that was a thing back in the day, kids.
Right.
But anyway, but at the end of the movie, during the credits, they show all these snapshots. And they're all the shots that he took on his adventure.
Yes.
and if you don't know, he's autistic in the movie.
Yes, yes.
And it's very much like you're talking about. It's like seeing through their eyes with these photos. And so there's a picture of the stop sign, but you're like, who takes a picture of a stop sign? But then you look at it, it's like, it's really artistic, the way it's the light and the coloring and the way it's done.
Yes, and what they focus in on, what one artist focuses in on, another one won't.
Yeah, and so when you said that's what I think of is that moment from that movie, and it's like, yeah, because I always think, and I remember, like, I was in a minute where I was taking pictures, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do like Rain Man style and get here and get like blades of grass, and just take the blades of grass. Look at this, and it turns out kind of neat. And that's photography, and you can, and then of course with the modern age of technology we have, you have some that probably are more into the film room and the dark room and kind of in developing their own stuff and all that. But then you have a next generation that's into the digital and the manipulated, and they can take a picture and then they go in and digitally enhance it with the colors and the very popular with like sunset or night scenes, and they can go in and add shooting stars and all kind of stuff. And so photography is a huge, like, you can go as like traditionalist if you want, or take it into the modern modern technology and things, especially with the world in AI and all this. Who knows what art will take, what direction that art will take.
That's very great. Well, we hope people will come in. We're going to have refreshments.
Yeah.
And
like I said, the first 36 people will get the exclusive, one-of-a-kind handmade artist by the artists here.
And we're also, we also have a basket that we're going to be raffling off.
Okay.
All of the artists from the gallery donated something.
So it's like a piece from every artist that's going to be at the event.
Yes, paintings and cards, jewelry.
It's a big basket.
Yes, it is a huge basket.
Might need a bin, not a basket.
We may have to get a big wagon for it.
Yeah, maybe like we go at like hospitals and motels. They got that big thing to throw dirty towel. Maybe we need something that size to put all this stuff in.
That would be great. That would be about the right size. But our basket of art is, I'm sure, well over $400 if you were to itemize all the items.
Because you've got over 20 artists, and so in theory, 20 pieces of art roughly.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet that's lowballing that number.
Yes,
so, yeah.
I'm sure. And we're selling the raffle tickets are going to be $5 for one.
Okay.
Or you can buy 3 tickets for $10.
Okay, so you get
which is really a good deal.
Save a little money. and help out the gallery and promote arts and promote the work and everything that goes there. And and it really is a great community space that if you've never gone in there, just go in there, do a little shopping, do a little visiting,
just wander around and talk to people
or get involved in the art.
We would love to have everyone in the community come in, visit the gallery. You'll be amazed at what we have there to offer.
And it's unique every time. You go in there 1 week, it's one way, and you go in another week, it's a different thing altogether.
Exactly. We have new art coming in daily.
Absolutely. So mark it on your calendars. It's the artist reception and open house at the gallery, the Main Street at Main Street Art. It'll be November the 24th from 5 to 7 p.m. So it is a come and go event. So if you can't make it till 5:30 or so, no big deal. But if you want to get in and all the refreshments and all the ornaments, you're going to want to get, like I said, the first 36 will get the ornaments.
Yes,
so you want to be there at 5 for that.
Yes.
I got a feeling if you come in around 6:30, it's going to be a little late for those.
Yeah, the tree may be empty.
Yeah, exactly. But you can, and to be honest, selection's going to be best at the beginning because it's all unique, one-of-a-kind stuff. And
absolutely,
some of the stuff's going to be flying off the shelves at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So if you want to see kind of everything, you probably want to be there earlier rather than later. But if you life's busy and you can't make it till 6:30, no big deal. We'll get you in there.
Still come in and see us and visit with the artists.
Talk with the people. And to be honest, I bet you're going to be hanging out after 7, just talking and chit-chatting and artists love to talk too about their art because that's the reason why they got into it. So if you come to one of the artists and express interest, they're going to want to show you their whole catalog and stuff, which is because they're proud of it and you're interested in it. And that's what it is. So I imagine conversations will go long after 7 on that day.
Probably. Very true.
So if you pop in late, there's probably going to be a light on for you.
Yes. And we'll have lots of raffle tickets available if you want to come in and just pick up raffle tickets and grab a quick snack and
come a light
walk
refreshment
through. Yes.
And if you're not familiar, it's on Main Street, 223 North Main is the actual address. It's right like Second and like 2nd Street, and it's like right across there on that.
We're kind of catty corner down the block, just a little from Subway.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on the corner.
If you're standing at Subway, it's kind of almost across the street. On the other side. You can't miss it. It says Main Street Arts. It's right there.
Right.
Walk right on in. You probably walked past it and didn't even realize it was right there sometime.
Probably. We have people who will come in and say, gosh, we didn't even know there was an art gallery on Main Street.
It's not really hiding. It's right here.
It's right
here. You're right. When people are in the zone looking for things or wanting something that you kind of, you don't realize how many details of life you miss when you're kind of in that zone.
It's the same way when you're driving down Main Street. If you're watching the traffic, sometimes you can't look and see what else is available.
You got to get people to drive you around so you can rubberneck and look around a little bit.
Very true.
But mark it on your calendars, November 24th. Of course, that'll be right around the Thanksgiving holiday. So
after.
Yeah, so people probably off and probably hanging out with family and looking for something to do to get out of the house and kind of separate a little bit.
Right.
Come out. And that way you can bring the whole family and they can go into 20 different directions. And come and do. And that way, if you're buying each other gifts, you can secretly do it and get it out without them knowing for the Christmas presents. It's like, hope he's not spotting me because this is a Christmas present or this is her Christmas present. So, but it's November 24th, 5 to 7 p.m. at the gallery at Main Street, 223 North Main. Call, is this the number to the studios?
To the gallery. Yes, it is.
575-625-5263 is if you have any questions, if you need some more information. I'm guessing if there's an artist listening that says, do you have room for me? Is that still a possibility? Or are we pretty full? All right.
We always are interested in having new artists come in, apply, and hopefully get set up. And that's wonderful. We're always looking for new artists.
Hey, get a couple more and then make an ornament, and then we can give 37, 30, or 38 different ornaments. Instead of 36, we can give away 38 or 40.
We'll try to increase that next year.
That's right. Well, we just got to get a bigger tree. But that way. But artists, if you're just new to town and like I didn't realize this place was here, I would love to meet some people that do art and stuff in our community.
And we have a huge selection of cards. And most of them don't have anything on the inside. It's just the art on the outside. So you can use them as all occasion cards, Christmas cards, birthday cards, whatever.
Good deal.
And
multifunctional.
Yes, yes.
You'll be surprised at the art and things that you will find in there. Everything that's the most functional and practical to just something that is designed to look at.
Yes,
and everything in between. And you don't realize how talented your neighbors are until you come in and see the work of, because I don't know how many times you walk in there and be like, I didn't know that person could be an artist. And wow, this is amazing. And it's
true.
And it's kind of like when you go to the fair and you go into the education building and then you look at the amazing art on the wall and then you look real close and a 9-year-old painted it and you're like, what? The gallery kind of has a few of those moments too sometimes.
Yes, we have some student artists down there, and they're amazing, the works they do. So,
absolutely. And it's really cool, like when you go in there and it's very informal, laid back. You could literally walk in there every time, have a cup of coffee and just shoot the breeze with folks and see how the day's going. It's to me, the gallery is like a combination of the gallery and the art and the kind of the fancy side. But then it's also like that old school local barber shop where you just kind of walk in, sit down, and pop a squat and shoot the bull for a little bit.
Talk with the artist on duty.
Yeah, it's very much that family atmosphere-like place, and of course it's a business and but at the same time, it's a family, and it really is. And
it is.
And there's always a regular staple of people that are just kind of in and out or call certain days their day at the gallery and things like that.
Right.
And so if you're looking for a good family gathering, I'd invite you to come today. Come walk in there for a visit, talk and say, I heard on the radio. I'm just kind of curious what it's about. And they would love to show you around.
Oh, we would. We would love to have people come in and visit, talk to us about, if they're from Roswell, if they're traveling, whatever. We enjoy talking with everyone.
And the art is all over the place. So if you're looking for like Southwest, they got it. If you're looking for, pop culture or something like there is. If you're looking for something more formal, you got that too.
We have renditions of famous artists, Van Gogh, different artists.
It's really all over the map.
Yes,
it's
it is.
Everything. If you're just looking, hey, I just want some beautiful pieces to put on my mantle or to put in my hutch or my cabinet or to display on a table or something somewhere.
We've got it.
Plenty of that. And it's all unique stuff. And odds are, if you see it that day, you better get it, because the next time you get in there, it may be gone.
It may be gone.
It's just like that. It's a unique, eclectic mix every single time you go in.
It is. It is.
If you can't, if you've never been, then make November 24th your first time.
Yes,
come on in.
Come in and see us. And
absolutely see it.
That would be the day after Thanksgiving, that's Black Friday.
Yeah.
You may just want to
kind of worn out from all the shopping and need a little place to unwind.
Yeah, rest a little while.
Have a refreshment. Enjoy, and enjoy the beautiful art, and then that's where you probably find the best gift of the day. You'll be out there running around fighting for all the stuff at the Black Friday sales, and probably the most meaningful, best gift you'll find will probably be at the reception at the end of the day.
That's very true.
Yeah. Sarah, is there anything we missed? Anything we wanted to cover? Anything we wanted to share?
I don't think so. I just hope that everyone will come in and see us on that day.
Yeah. And don't forget jewelry 24th. And stuff. Like if you're a jewelry person, we talk about all this art. Jewelry's part of that too.
Yes.
So there is wearable.
Art, yes.
Fellas get you out of the doghouse art.
Oh, yes.
We got all the above here, too.
We do.
Yeah, I need to mention that because I always talk art. Most people think paintings or ceramics. Like, no, don't forget jewelry and crafts.
Yes.
And that all falls under that, too. It's, things you wear and show off.
We have different things that are, maybe like recycled art. And they're very unique and,
I love those.
They change. And
that's big business, too.
Yes,
it can
is.
Be. Like you go to the junkyard and you get some old furniture, old things, and make it turn around and make, especially if it's functional art.
Oh yeah,
you can tell. A lot of times you see them online and things, and they'll sell for 3-4 times probably what the original thing it was.
What the original item was sold for.
And some are amazing.
Yes.
They get so creative and they turn things that that you would have never thought would have been that thing and turned it into, like old lamps get turned into.
Yes.
Or I've seen like musical
Yes.
instruments that are kind of beat up and no good anymore.
Yes.
Turn them into lamps or turn them into some other functional piece.
Oh, yes. Very much so.
You'll see a little of that out there, too.
Yes,
So.
that's true. So come see us on November 24th between 5 and 7 and maybe a little later than that.
Absolutely.
We would love to talk to everyone and show you around our gallery.
Absolutely. Come see what this is about. Come do a little Christmas shopping and come, and who knows, maybe find your next passion. Maybe this would be a great thing if next thing we know, we got 2-3 more people that are now picking up a form of art to enrich their own lives.
Absolutely. And it is, like you say, it's a passion that drives most of our artists down there. They just, it's a relaxation and a way to express yourself and get away from the daily stress.
Most of the people that I know that are, I would call artists, people that have that ability and things like that, every single one of them, you talk to them, and I don't know if they could function right in life without their ability to do art. Like I literally think they would be lost in this world had they not have this outlet to do their art.
That's very true.
Yeah,
that's very true.
It's very much a part of them as their right hand or their is. You know what I mean? It's just that's what it is.
Yes, it is.
But come see it. Come be. I guarantee you're gonna don't even wait till the 24th. Come this week and check it out. And then come back on the 24th.
Yeah. Come back. We have some people that they'll pop in every week and walk through, and then they're gone. And sometimes they'll find something they just can't live without.
That's right. Every trip, they're probably going, and then they get, that one's not leaving. That one's leaving with me. That one's not going to make it another day in this store. But it really is. You'll be amazed at just
you will
the people there, the amount of beautiful artwork that are just hanging on the shelves or in the little booths at any given time.
Yeah,
and come meet the family and come be a part of it. Just come in there and it literally, it's like I told you, it's like that barber. You walk in, hey, how you doing? You want a cup of coffee? How you doing? Come have a seat.
Right.
What can we do for you today? That's what it's like there.
It is. So we all try very much to enjoy everyone that comes in and talk with them and meet people in the community. It's a wonderful place to come in and look and browse and have fun.
If you need the day because you've had a little too much of humanity, come in there and get right with humanity.
Exactly. I can't agree more.
Absolutely.
I hope everyone will come down and see us.
That's right. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful place. It's got so much beautiful stuff. And trust me, once you're leaving there, you'll be like, man, I'm so glad we came out here. It'll open a whole new world to you if you've never been a part of it.
Yes, it will. If you've never been into an art gallery or if you've never been exposed to a variety of art, it's the place to go.
Well, and this is it. This is a chance for you to read all this art and see all this and not have that image that we all think of like New York City Art Gallery where you got to wear your fancy stuffy clothes.
No, you don't.
And this is down home.
Yes.
Come in, kick up your feet, and let's have some fun and paint and create. And that's what it's about.
Sure.
So.
And that's what we want it to be for our community.
Yeah. No one's taping a banana to the wall and charging you $100,000.
No. Very true. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate
it. Tell Louise hope she feels better pretty soon.
I will. Thank you.
And we'll see you next time. And thank you for coming on and sharing with us today.
Oh, I enjoyed it very much. Thank you, Mike.
We'll have to get some of the artists in one time and just, maybe get a couple artists and say, hey, we'll have like Greg Birch, who's done these artwork and things. I'm sure you've met him a time or two. He pops in there from time to time.
Yes.
And maybe we get some of these other artists on from time to time and showcase some of their stuff. And
we'd love to.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next time.
All righty.
It is 9:47. Let's pause for news, your Wall Street business update, Sean Hannity update, and a quick break to pay commercials to pay for my lunch. We'll be back. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now for your Pecos Valley News Update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Residents around West Texas and southeast New Mexico were abruptly woken up Wednesday morning by an earthquake. The shaker registered 5.3 magnitude, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. That would make it one of the strongest earthquakes in the region in more than a century. The shaking began at about 3:30 in the morning, Wednesday, Mountain Standard Time, in an area about halfway between Midland and El Paso, or about 58 miles south-southeast of Carlsbad, New Mexico. There have been no reports of damage or injuries, thankfully. In Artesia, a man is jailed for trying to steal copper wire. Police reports show officers were sent to Deans Incorporated last Tuesday morning at about 2:30 in the morning. That's at 409 Commerce Road. When the officers got there, they found 34-year-old Carlos Hilario Renteria of Artesia still inside the fenced area of the business, with rolls of copper wiring dangling from around his neck. Renteria then tried to flee by jumping over the fence, but he was captured after a brief foot chase and a struggle. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
It's got to be a lesson for Republicans. They've got to run as conservatives. They've got to run on an agenda that is low taxes, limited government, greater freedom, border security, law and order, safety, security, so every American can pursue happiness, energy independence, and energy dominance. They've got to believe in the First, the Second Amendment. They got to put legislators on the, judges on the bench that believe in interpreting the Constitution, that believe in separation of powers, and they got to simply believe in peace through strength. The agenda is not complicated. It's not hard to communicate, but it's also up to the candidates themselves to do the heavy lifting here.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
More than 200 fire department jurisdictions trust the Knox entry system to provide secure access to buildings, elevators, and control rooms when seconds matter. Now, businesses, schools, airports, several industrial applications are also using Knox entry to manage controlled access and authorize service activity for critical assets. Now, Knox entry allows you to develop a customized access strategy complete with an audit trail and rapid flexibility. Just go to Knox.com for more information. That's KNOX.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got a pretty good chance of showers today and much cooler temperatures as a low-pressure system and cold front move into our area. Upper 40s to low 50s on the afternoon high. A little bit of light rain or drizzle overnight and down to about 40 on the low, and then scattered showers early on Friday. Cloudy through the afternoon and we'll stay right around 50. Veterans Day, we're back to sunshine and 60. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. Slightly fewer Americans applied for jobless benefits last week.
The Labor Department reports applications for unemployment benefits fell by 3,000 to 217,000 for the week ending November 4th. The 4-week moving average of claims, meanwhile, inched up by 1,500 to 212,250. Overall, 1.83 million people were collecting unemployment benefits the week that ended October 28th, about 22,000 more than the previous week.
As correspondent Jeremy House reporting, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and her Chinese counterpart are meeting in San Francisco. Those talks designed to help lay the groundwork for an expected meeting next week between President Biden and his Chinese counterpart. Mr. Biden going to Belvidere, Illinois to meet with the head of the United Auto Workers Union and highlight the reopening of the Stellantis auto plant. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
Of all the flowers in the world, pansies get a bad rap. Hi, this is Jim Gill with Roswell Seed Company. The name pansies sound delicate and weak, but in reality, pansies are bold and beautiful. When the frost has killed all the other flowers, pansies start blooming and they'll bloom all winter long, which is why you should come see us at Roswell Seed. We have a greenhouse full of colorful pansies ready to brighten up the coldest winter day. So come get your pansies, and remember, If someone calls you a pansy, take it as a compliment.
In October 2023, Kelvin Kipton set a world record at the Chicago Marathon for the fastest time at 2 hours, 35 seconds. He trained his whole life to accomplish this goal. When he started the race, he was ready because he had disciplined his body to be at his best. 1 Corinthians 9:24-27 says, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it." Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. So I do not run aimlessly. I do not box as one beating the air, but I discipline my body and keep it under control. How is your race of life going? How are you handling the challenges that life brings you? If you are struggling, maybe you haven't prepared well for the race. We at Country Club Road would love to support you and train with you as we run the race of life together. Studying God's Word, praying together, fellowshipping with other runners in the race of life are all great ways to train. Let's train together.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
On December 16th at 10 a.m., American Legion Post 61 in Roswell will be honoring our fallen veterans at Memory Lawn Memorial Cemetery for National Wreaths Across America Day. We invite you to join us in placement of the wreaths on the graves of our fallen heroes on that day. We also need your support by sponsoring a wreath that will be placed on a grave right here in Roswell. You can sponsor a wreath for as little as $17. To sponsor a wreath, volunteer, and to learn more about the great work of the Wreaths Across America organization, please visit roswelllegion.org today.
It's time once again to celebrate the magic of the holiday season at the 42nd Annual Holiday Magic Arts and Crafts Show, Friday and Saturday, November 17th and 18th at the Roswell Convention Center, featuring a variety of unique handmade creations by artists, artisans, and crafters from New Mexico, Texas, and Arizona. There's fine art, jewelry, woodwork, women's and children's apparel, leatherwork, Christmas decor, sweet green chili, and much more. This year's featured artists, Judy and Bruce Buckman from Las Cruces, displaying their embroidered sweatshirts, purses, aprons, and Christmas decorations. Enjoy pumpkin rolls and cookies by Deborah Lucas, delightful mini donuts by Karen Hendrick, coffee and soda by Sodalicious Beverage Buggy, to delicious meals prepared by Eli's Bistro, Bubba's Pit Stop, and the Fry Bread Lady. Proceeds benefit the Assurance Home, the First Tee of Southeastern New Mexico, Christian Outreach Ministries, and Roswell's local high schools. Admission is $3. Children under 12 are free. Celebrate the 42nd Annual Holiday Magic Arts and Crafts Show, November 17th and 18th at the Roswell Convention Center.
A good night's sleep is so important, and issues like sleep apnea make falling asleep and staying asleep nearly impossible, but we can help. I'm Dr. Sarah Usher at Carabelli Dental. With the help of a simple oral appliance, your sleepless nights could be a thing of the past. But don't take my word for it, just ask Lainey.
My name is Lainey Smith. I wasn't surprised when I found out I had sleep apnea simply because I had a horrible sleep pattern. I attempted to use the machine and it drove me nuts and I could not sleep with it. And then that's when Dr. Ager told me about the oral appliance. I would suspect I've been using it for 2 years now. In all of that time, I've had less than 10 poor nights of sleep. It's a complete game changer. I feel a lot better because I sleep.
This simple appliance can change your life. Call us today to set up your appointment so you can finally get the good night's sleep you need.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell, or call 575-622-4455.
From morning runs to playing with grandkids, taking part in activities brings great joy to our lives, but it can also come with injuries. And for those in physically demanding jobs, the daily grind can wear on muscles, bones, and joints and lead to acute and long-term disorders. If you're suffering from an orthopedic injury, let our Artesia General Hospital specialists help. The sooner you address the root cause, the sooner you'll be back to living life in motion. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/orthopedics.
Knowledge is the power to see more, do more, and be more. As one of the most affordable universities in the Southwest, Eastern New Mexico University has helped thousands of people like you earn a degree. Spring 2024 at ENMU is the perfect time to get started with affordable tuition, great scholarships, and a wide range of in-person or online classes. Learn your power. Apply today for spring 2024 at enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success. That's what we're about.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Did you know you share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world? Your birthday isn't feeling so special now, is it? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:58. We got about a minute or two here before we wrap up the show. Sean's blown away real quick.
I just learned something really cool. So while I was on TRC, I found a plaque that just said, Conrad Hilton's father started a bank here. And I was like, oh, that's neat. And it just kind of logged away in the back of my head. Well, I just looked it up just to see, the truth behind it. Mm-hmm. Conrad Hilton, the founder of the Hilton Hotel chain and creator of Paris Hilton, was born in San Antonio, New Mexico.
Think he's been to the Owl Bar?
I'm sure. I think he probably established it. They said he turned his house into a hotel. They opened the bank in what is now TRC, and that just started the empire. But that was like, whoa,
who knew? Interesting factoid.
All right here in our own backyard.
Yeah. I wonder if I'm surprised there's not a sign in San Antonio, home of Conrad Hilton.
I'm sure there is somewhere. The population of San Antonio, New Mexico, by the way, 9.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, I figured at least a couple hundred.
Used to be 10. And Conrad left.
That's right. So, there's your fun fact of the day.
Interesting. Good deal. Well, we're about done with us for today. If you missed any part, you can log on to ksvptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel and find it all there. Don't forget, Veterans Day at Goddard High, 1 o'clock this afternoon, 1:30 for the 1 is pre-gaming, 1:30 for the big ceremony. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, don't forget football tomorrow night, Saturday.
Yep.
Veterans Day on Saturday.
We've got your action.
Got it all.
KSVPTV.com.
And then some. All right. I'm trying to not hiccup. I was drinking water and I was hiccuping, and now it's like I'm trying
just
to talk.
Make it to the finish line, man.
Yeah, come on, man. All right, we're going to go. Have an amazing day. Thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of it. We'll talk to you bright and early.
See you.
7 a.m. tomorrow. Take care.
On air and online, this is Roswell's home for talk radio. KEND Roswell.